Well, we are live. I thought you were joking with me. Finally, Dom has come back to the Give Me a Hole Yeah podcast. How you doing? Sorry, man.
He's back.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Hole Yeah. I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Give Me a Hole Yeah Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant. Today we are joined by the returning founding member of the Give Me a Hole Yeah Podcast. You went for the old gimmick, man.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I'm good, dude. How are you?
I brought it back, old school. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm all right. It's nice to be back right here on the Give Me a Hole Yeah podcast. It's cool, you know. We got a lot to talk about, you know.
We have got a lot to talk about.
As Cody Rhodes says, we're not going to be struggling for something to talk about tonight, are we? You know?
What do you want to talk about, Dom? Hang on a second. Hole yeah, hangout, hole yeah, hangout, hole yeah, hangout, hangout. Hole yeah, hangout. There we go.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's great.
We got our own theme song, man. Do you know a professional music group made that for me?
Oh yeah, what were they called?
Brittany Shipman.
Brittany Shipman.
Yeah, Brittany Shipman.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You heard Marilyn Manson? He did like a serial killer and a
yeah. So is that what you would call? Is that what you would call your band?
Yeah, man, Brittany Shipman.
You and I talked about setting up like 20 years ago, but never did.
Yeah, man. Shipman, I don't think he wasn't really a killer. He just had sex with his entire family.
Really? I thought it was. I thought he was like. I thought he killed a bunch of people fairly near where we're based.
Oh, was it? Was Shipman the one that injected a load of people?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was in like North Yorkshire. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Look how we got distracted already. We're not doing toilet talk today. We're doing serial killer talk. It's a Give Me a Hole Yeah podcast, and Dom is already researching. Harold Shipman, I think it was. I'm going to send a load to people.
I've stayed away. I'm staying away from Google and things tonight because that's how I knew it was time to take a break when I was doing these or doing bits, and I was like just Googling stuff, you know, in the middle of the live stream. And you're there, like, giving it big licks, you know, doing your best. And then Sam's there, like, you know, sweating over CM Punk as he likes to do. And I'm just sitting there Googling the lore of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're talking about that, you know.
Sam hasn't joined us tonight, Dom. He's getting his Jake the Snake stroked by his partner.
Indeed. Good on him.
Dan's just got back from LA. LA Dan.
LA Dan was in the house. Yes,
did you see the photo he sent to the group chat? He got some wasabi ice cream or whatever it was. Or matcha tea ice cream, was it?
Yeah, that was it.
LA Dan, mental. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Sassy has joined us. She says, hey, Give Me a Hole Yeah gang. Welcome to the Hole Yeah Hangout. Thank you for joining us. Sit back and let your opinions be known. Absolutely. We want all your opinions here. We'll take time to answer them all. It's all cool. Dom's only going to join us for about half an hour, but it's all cool. It's all cool. I'm going to be with you for a bit longer. Patreon and Super Chat are now open for donations. Donations are appreciated, but absolutely optional. We understand it's difficult times for everyone out there. Thanks for my food today, Dom.
It's all right. It's been nice to see you. We went out, didn't we? So it was lovely. We went out for breakfast.
I had eggs royale. What did you have? You had like a French toast?
French toast. It was wonderful. It was
nice, sweet.
It was lovely. Yeah, it was really nice.
Lovely. And we had the children with us, which was fantastic. I love them kids.
Yeah, they were lovely. Yeah, Emma's boys are really cool.
They are very cool. We now have memberships for every budget with special emojis in perk. Check the join button down below if you want to become a member. Please respect the privacy and opinions of others who are in chat. Yeah, we all keep it cool here. We've all got a difference of opinion, and that's all right. We live stream Monday Night Raw. Dan's not done one for a while. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Give Dan his support. That we love Dan. Yeah, we also live stream major promotions, pay-per-views, and PLEs. I hate PLEs, man.
Yeah.
Do you know at the start of the WWE's? Do you know when it comes up with a disclaimer? It's still got PPVs in it because like no one recognizes PLEs as an actual legal thing.
Yeah. Premium live events.
Well, at least they're all they don't have wrestlers, do they? Though they have superstars. Also, support Wrestling Royalty. New content on Fridays. Andy Sports does a great job over there. Great commentary pieces on Gunther. You can also hear Andy talk about Gunther's piece, which is magnificent.
Really? Is that something that he talks about? I know he likes Gunther, but I didn't know he liked Gunther that much. So...
I don't think Andy would be talking about Gunther's penis.
I mean, it could be magnificent. I mean, obviously, he is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. He may have the longest running Intercontinental penis of all time. Who knows?
He may very well do. He may very well do. Guys, go and join Wrestling Royalty on Friday, and please ask him to talk about Gunther's. You know what? Please enjoy, and thanks for being here. Thanks to all our commentators for the time and effort. You rock, Sassy. Thanks to our moderator, Sassy. Mark LFC has joined us. I was a year off, but I said The Rock would be back for something.
I said to Emma, I texted her, I was like, you can clearly tell there's some acting strikes on because Cena's back, Rock's back at the same time. This would never have happened otherwise. It would never have happened otherwise.
Making that money.
It's unprecedented time. Talking about money, that's exactly the reason they'll bring back CM Punk as well. But that's an irrelevant and other topic, which you can see me and Anthony argue about, segue, on the most recent episode of Dom versus Ant, where we argue whether CM Punk will return to WWE, which he will for the right amount of money, which they have a lot of now. And Anthony will
go on.
Anthony will argue against it.
Well, they've also just inherited 2.3 billion of UFC debts as well. They've got to pay off by 2026.
They'll be fine. Trust me, they'll be fine.
Okay, I'm sure they will be fine. Also, Cena advertised for a Saudi show, even though after his Triple H match, he said he'd never go back.
Really? Well, there you go. Money talks, doesn't it?
Money does talk. There's a great example of it that Matt's given for sure there, man. Call it now Punk for a Survivor Series return. Well, he did say on a UFC, because he was commentating for the UFC fight the other day, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
And he did say he's free for the next 2 months was his...
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I will pick up watching WWE again casually. I think if Punk comes back, and if certainly if The Rock and Cena and Punk are in there at the same time, although again we don't know how long this will be. This feels like what, 2002? Oh no, it's not 2002, 2006, because we're older than I think we are. 2006 all over again. This is a weird time.
If I could turn back time. If I could turn back time. I went with my old my Fozzy voice. I better than Chris Jericho. Hi, Mark, says Sassy. Well, Roman and Seth won't be happy if Punk returns. Do you think people are happy about The Rock returning?
Yeah, man, 100%, dude. Like, it's casual fans, isn't it? We're the minority, the long-haired, bearded, dudes, the casual, the diehards, man, that want LA Knight, to be the top of the card, which I still believe he will be. At some point.
Oh, mate, no.
We've talked about this.
No, we haven't talked about this on stream.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Yes. Right. What I was going to say was that we are the diehards, right? Although you are now, because I'm, since Bray died, my soul has been absolutely crushed and my love for wrestling has disappeared, more or less completely. But if I look outside of that, yes, this is the perfect way to bring lapsed fans back in. It's the perfect way to bring and that's their core. That's what they want. They want people that haven't watched wrestling for 10 years. They want people that are young people that have watched The Rock on movie screens, that have watched, John Cena on TV, but have never seen him in a wrestling ring, to come and watch the WWE product. And that is what they're getting. And it's very, very good business. This will be one of the most profitable times, trust me on this one, long term, that WWE has ever seen. I believe
I hope so.
we're going into a boom period for WWE. I really hope AEW can keep up, and I hope that other wrestling companies like OVW, which has of course been platformed on wrestlers on Netflix, highly recommend that. I hope that they also, get to see some shine and rub from this wrestling boom that we're currently in, and that we're about to see a big leg up, a big level up, really, with The Rock, Cena in for at least what you know more about this than I do, from an acting point of view. Is it how long term are these things going to be? Because I was thinking, it's going to be the end of the year, but you were saying it could potentially go into next year. So
I think it's going to be a long one. I think it's going to be a really long one. And you're frozen. And I tell you what, let me introduce the. Let me. Oh yeah, you are. No, you just froze for a second. It's all cool. Let me introduce it properly in terms of and then I can make a separate video on it. You see, and then you can talk about The Rock as much as you want, because I'm conscious of your time, man. I just want to say hello quickly.
It's all right. We can go a little bit over. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. In terms of the writer strikes, but we should definitely mention this again as part of the separate video. It'll probably last one was a long one. Last one was about a year and a half. I suspect this could be longer. Last time it was kind of the birth of Netflix and stuff like that. So it was all about how much streaming services can pay for performers and all this sort of stuff, as well as writers, etc. That's having reusable content on a platform that people can just grab like that, as opposed to going to the cinema. I think it's getting even deeper than that, this one. So I think there's going to be a lot of negotiations to sort out. But cool. Andrew Spall says hello. He says check out the new look Dom he's come refreshed. He cut all of his hair off. It looks like what did we call you today? An emo with short hair.
Yeah, a little emo. Yeah,
a little emo. I'd never said little emo. I'd say large emo, large ego emo, large ego emo.
I feel like that's a good little indie wrestling gimmick, that, isn't it?
Thanks, man. Deanna has joined us. Welcome, Deanna. Is that Dom or Dom's dad? Saying that not only have you cut your hair, Dom, you've aged.
I'll be your daddy, Anthony. Anytime.
Oh, you can be my daddy, baby. And Emma Hayward has a lot of heart. She's got a lot of black love for you. I am going to get all of the rest. Oh, please don't post the NFL scores. Yeah, like keep it cool, guys. Don't post them NFL scores. Is that the hockey or the American football?
What?
I don't know. Who knows? Cool. Let's we'll go back to all your comments, starting from there. Let me introduce this properly, and then we'll talk about The Rock. Guys, get your comments down. I want to see them as much as we go. Today, we are talking about The Rock and The Rock's return. On Friday Night SmackDown, The Rock made a surprise return on TV. He is back in WWE. He's been doing a couple of interviews talking about plans for WrestleMania 39, as well. This was before he even debuted, actually. There's a lot of stories about The Rock going around, and then he turns up and WWE. He's back, baby. What do we think about this, Tom?
I mean, like I said, it's huge. It is. It's a huge move. I was very surprised by it. We all had a little laugh at Sam for not being available for SmackDown, because it was a pretty big one. Then you might say, really good, really nice little promo. Great putting over. Great way to put over Austin Theory as well. Excellent use of Austin Theory in that context, and of course Pat McAfee in that segment.
How did they put him over? They killed him.
No, well, yeah, but it's the rub, isn't it? It's the Rock rub, So if
whoever he's in the ring with, he gets a rub.
He does.
Okay. So what's the Rock come back for, Dom?
He's come back to make some money and to fill some time.
Is it for Roman Reigns?
I believe it is, yes, long term.
Doing him versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, even though you've all been squealing on your chairs for ages, going, "It's gonna be Cody! It's gonna be Cody!"
It could be at night. It could be at night too. But how are they gonna? Yeah, how are they gonna pull that off? How are they gonna pull that off?
They're not gonna pull that off. Is The Rock winning against Roman Reigns?
No.
Not if
he does 2 title defenses. He loses against The Rock and Cody win. Yeah, but what about the Raw after Mania?
He's not losing at the Raw after Mania either.
Cody needs to win it.
Okay, cool. But
So unless Cody
right,
goes,
so
unless Cody goes for the Seth belt, which he won't, it has to be Roman. Look, man, I fully believe Rock's having a one more title run. I fully believe he's having a title run at some point. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying that the Rock isn't beating Roman for the title, but I also think Cody's getting
it. So the Cody can beat the Rock then?
it. No.
No,
No,
Cody's beating
right,
Roman.
Yeah, Cody's beating Roman. Right, you do your thing. You do your whatever. You're rambling and now, and then I'll
How
just,
dare you belittle my speech?
come on, get it out. Come on, let's go.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. That's cool. That's fine. The reports have been that The Rock was going to win at WrestleMania 39. That was what he was going to do. And one of the things that has come out as well is about the contract negotiations between the Fast and the Furious series, where Jason Statham, Vin Diesel, and The Rock all had personal issues with each other. And their agents all got in a room and had to negotiate how many punches each could have in the movie to make sure that it was fair and that no one was punching more than the others. So if he wants to, I think that WWE are going to have a really tough time with this, because you've got Roman Reigns that you've made this star. You have absolutely made him into this star, and you have given him this wrestling story. Now you've got this superstar coming in. Makes no sense for The Rock to win. Who won the first match between Rock and Cena, Dom?
The Rock won that.
Yeah. I think The Rock's beating Roman.
Yeah, and I fully believe it's happening at some point.
Yeah.
I just think I think, but then the argument is, and could remain, does it need to be for the title?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it does, because it's The Rock. He's not going to say, I just want to fight with you for tribal superiority. Although I do believe this is where this story has been heading all along. I do believe that the idea of the tribal chief and the idea of somebody taking claim to being the actual tribal chief has been built up to this all along.
Yeah. I think they've been working towards this. It's been, a good example of WWE's long-term storytelling is that they always planned for this. At some point, they planned for this. But as to what my theory is, I believe Cody is winning that belt from Roman. I think The Rock is. It might not be when we think it'll be, but what I actually think is going to happen is Rock is beating Roman at some point. Roman is winning it back, and then Cody's winning it.
I think the other danger with it as well, Dom, is the fact that The Rock, as soon as this writer's strike is over, The Rock is going to be straight away like back to films, and films are worth more than WrestleMania, way more than WrestleMania, both to The Rock and to in general financial terms.
Yeah, of course.
So how do you manage that, man? How do you manage the fact that The Rock may at some point, if the strike ends, suddenly has to drop a title at TLC?
They'll do it. They can, and they will. WWE storylines, WWE fans, and I believe this is I'm aware this is a bit of a generalization, but we're quite, we're known to be quite fickle. You can drop a storyline one week and be doing something else the next. It will be talked about for a period of time, a long period of time. Oh, The Rock just left and they dropped the title. If this was to happen, hypothetically, as you're saying, but people will get over it. Fundamentally, people will get over it. Look, I think, I do believe that Rock is winning. I believe Roman is winning it back. I think they'll do what they did with Cena. I think they'll do a tit for tat. The Rock will get his big win. He'll get a championship run. That's what he's back for. Quick championship run back to Hollywood. Drops it to Roman on his way out. Cody wins it then. It's a longer wait for this payoff that we should have had a year ago. I
think it'd be better if Cody beat The Rock for it,
Is there as much money in that? Is there as much spectacle in that?
I think potentially, yeah. I don't necessarily think than the initial Roman and Rock thing, but I think as someone to take on the lineage of the belt, I think that's your better story. And then you have Cody Rhodes beating the biggest star in sports entertainment history to win the belt that his dad never had. If you're going to make that your story. But then you would all be wrong in saying that Cody was winning for. Oh, look at it! He knows he's wrong. No,
I don't. I know I'm right. They will do it. Come on, man, they'll do it, won't they? Rock will win. But what are they going to do? Well, how are they going to drop it back? Well, Roman wins it back, and you could believe
No,
Roman.
I don't. I think
Roman,
I think that Cody will win it off him.
From
What do you
the
guys think in
Rock.
chat? Let me know.
Yeah, but Cody has to be the heel then, and it's not going to work that way, is it?
Why is the Cody? No, Cody doesn't have to be the heel. The Rock can be the heel. The Rock can easily turn it into the thing of him holding it over the company. He was the heel in the John Cena thing for the full thing.
He can. Oh yeah, he can do a mean heel.
But it's not even necessarily heel. It's just like I'm doing this for pride and all that sort of garbage.
Interesting.
And then Cody said, I'm doing it for my dad.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really up for that. Yeah, I'm really up for that. I think that would work.
Should we see what people think, Dan?
Yeah.
Dom. Yeah. Let's see what people think. The reason the Rock, Pat, and Austin promo went long is because no one timed the segment, so SmackDown script got ripped apart and changed in the fly because of it. I suspect that they trust them well enough to know that this is going to be the TV that people actually want to watch. So just let it go. Let it be what it is. And actually, it was a really good segment. It was a really good return for the Rock, Dom.
Yeah, it was a wonderful. It was fantastic. I was hugely into it. Hugely into it. Like when I watched the segments and there was a lovely, again, I mean, obviously, it was actually really nice and telling that the LA Knights clips and segments were nearly as popular anyway, because obviously it just shows what an overstar he is. But
but that Rock pop, that was amazing.
It was wonderful.
I mean, everyone talks about pops in wrestling. There's no such thing as a pop. That's a pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And imagine being part of that crowd who had a one-off experience that night that they'll never forget for sure.
Yeah. No, that was absolutely wonderful again. And WWE are really good at pulling that from underneath people. People didn't expect it. Nobody expected that. So what a lovely moment. What a lovely moment. So
Vince assumed, I assume it was Vince that's organized all this. This isn't going to be a Triple H thing. This will be a Vince thing that has been had in the works for years and let it happen. And Vince is all about the moments, isn't he? So that Friday SmackDown was a moment that Vince created.
Yeah.
Finally, Ant has remembered to flush a toilet. Thanks, Mark. Sassy says, if Punk goes to WWE and Deborah want the money, we'll go back to CM Punk. Let's go. Hi, adorable Ant and Diva Dom, says Sassy. Lovely, man. Let's go. Let's get to the news now. Tammy Lynn, welcome. I'm done with WWE after they bring back The Rock after he tried to defraud the people to get a tax write-off. I don't know about that, Dom.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, mate. I didn't
know. Sorry, News Town. Please give us more information in chat. But I didn't know that he'd tried to defraud people with the tax write-off. I didn't know about that. But Sassy's saying some people are really upset as well. So I assume it's a known thing. Rock returning can only be good for everyone and business. Watch out, Roman. It's going to get very exciting. I tell you what, man. SmackDown numbers are going to be up on Friday.
Oh yes, indeed. And that is the long-term game of WWE, of course. That is, it's money at the end of the day, and that's why if we go back to our last Dom versus Ant video, money talks, man. Money talks, and that's why The Rock is here. That's why John Cena is here, and that's why CM Punk will return. Money talks for a short.
CM Punk isn't returning. Stop throwing that in there, just as a general thing.
Well, no, I'm plugging.
Go and watch our Dom versus Ant video and vote for Ant in the comments. I currently believe that there's only 2 in the comments, 2 between us at the minute. So your vote will absolutely make a difference.
I am plugging that because we got to get them numbers up. Oh, you got to get them numbers up.
And what happens if CM Punk hasn't returned by September? I'm
gonna do a cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, you are, baby. Theory has been in segments with Rock, Cena, Stone Cold, and Cena. 3 guys likely on most people's Mount Rushmore. That's huge faith in Theory.
Absolutely, Andy.
It is.
Absolutely, mate. That is absolutely what I'm talking about.
But he got buried, man.
No, yeah, but it doesn't work like that.
Of course it does.
Work like that, mate.
No. I thought he got buried. Proof that Vince is heading creative, says Sassy. It certainly is. Roman loses Tribal Chief and loses a belt. He loses both. Yeah, the Tribal Chief story has been building to this perfectly, and I think it's a great way to finalize that story. Perhaps Cody should never have won at Mania. as everyone thought he would, because it makes sense for this. With Rock and Cena, Cody and others will lose TV time. That is one of the other concerns when you've got these big stars coming in. Others will lose TV time, Dom. It's that question of, does it matter though if you've got the people watching it?
That's it, man.
However, once they go, what do you have then? Unless you've managed to put people over.
Yeah, but you're putting people over. You're putting people over by putting them with those people. You don't understand, right? Well, you do understand. You've been a wrestling fan for long enough, right? You listen. You know we're right. Me and Sporsy, there in the comments. Theory. There's talk about turning Theory into a babyface at some point, and he'd be, obviously he'd look. Yeah, and imagine what an over babyface Theory will be, having had these feuds. You can. I mean, Theory's your best example there. There's loads of it. Cody, of course, could potentially have a win against The Rock, and Cody is, a massive draw.
But the issue is once them people go, once Cena goes, once The Rock goes, what we're talking about here in terms of storytelling, and forget the single segment, is about putting Reigns over. But Reigns isn't going to be on a TV anymore, is he? Reigns is going to be doing, and I don't know if it'll put Reigns over any more than it already is, because he's kind of there. He's the new Cena. So I just worry about that loss that it'll take when he goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, but I don't think they're worried about it. I think they're worried about ratings in the first instance, which they'll get. I think they're worried about, they'll be thinking about the money that merchandise will draw. Cena's merchandise, Rock's merchandise, Punk when he returns. That merchandise is just gonna fly off. They're gonna make so much money off just this period.
So here's a question for you: how many wrestlers do you fire? Because you're going to lose TV time. So you've got rid
of loads. There's loads you've gotten rid of in the previous years.
No, I mean like now, because there's going to be some.
There's a bunch of staff layoffs, isn't there?
There's loads of staff layoffs, which is about TKO as a whole, as the major company of UFC and WWE.
Well, there's plenty of people on the lower card, but you can get rid of and free money up. And I guess we'll find that out. But again, I think they're going to be making so much money right now that they're going to be less worried about firing actual on TV talent when they can, because obviously they can share a lot of staff and stuff across, departments, I would imagine. So, yeah.
Well, that's exactly what it is, yeah. A lot of the team was the marketing team and stuff like that, which, because UFC is the majority holder in this, and they own 51% and WWE own 49%.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be, obviously, and it's sad for those people losing their jobs, of course. But like I said, I do think that we're going to see, they're going to see record profit over the next few months due to this merger, due to the names that they've got, and I don't think they're going to be so worried. I don't think they're going to be as worried as other people think they are.
Okay, that's fair enough. Roman just has to cut a promo saying The Rock comes back and messes around with Theory instead of acknowledging him. Easy story to say Rock only cares about himself, which is why Roman is the tribal chief. That's exactly how you do Rock as the heel in that circumstance. Exactly how you do it. He doesn't even have to be the bad guy. He's just the heel in that circumstance because he's doing what it's the whole Cena thing over again. Rock versus Roman. Solo helps The Rock elevate Solo. I do think there'll be something within the bloodline that assists The Rock, because you've got to. I assume that'll be the end point of that story as well. Because if The Rock beats Roman, you've ended the tribal chief storyline.
Yeah, but it's about time.
Is it?
I think by that time, yes.
I don't know. I'm genuinely questioning. I really don't know.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, because you don't watch WWE, do you? So
no, it's not that. It's not just that. It's the fact that it's the best story WWE's had in years. So I don't know. I don't know.
But
I'm sure there's depth to it.
It's starting to run its course. I've been a huge fan of it.
Write down in the comments, man. We'll talk about it. And I used to love The Rock till what I found out. I hope Jay comes in and kicks all the asses, says News Tower. He very, very, very possibly could. Very possibly could. The Rock said, "Word 789, welcome, brother. How you doing? Is coming back. Let's go." See, people are excited about the WWE product again. You know, it's certainly spared an interest in that product. So good for WWE.
Yeah, huge.
It's him with Hawaii and Oprah asking for donations for the fire. The 10 mil they put in is a donation tax deductible, plus he's getting paid by the Entertainment Industry Foundation. Right? Okay, I'd have to sort of read into that a bit more. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I really didn't know about that. That is certainly something I'm interested in reading. Not good. Yeah, it did kind of feel like Dwayne buried Theory, says Mark LFC UK. Oh, yeah, I thought so. Dom just thinks if you're caught in a photo down the street with a Rock Johnson, it elevates you.
Yeah, I do not agree that Theory was buried. We'll see about Theory's progress over the next,
I'm sure he will, Dom, because he has been put in that position. But then so was Eric Rowan. He was the last person to take a rock bottom before this, wasn't he?
I mean, Eric Rowan's doing okay, still making money.
He's not in the WWE.
He was there. Well, he was there the other week, and so he's still in their good books, obviously.
And I hope he got paid for that. But it's not using him. He's not doing well. He's been fired from the biggest wrestling promotion of the world.
But he's still making a living. And also,
absolutely. Thank God for independence and AEW for making the wrestling world a better place.
Just get your tongue out of Tony's bottom, right?
I can taste Coke. I think my tongue went right to his nose. Carry on.
That was one example. That was one match. Austin Theory, like Sporsy said, has had a bunch of these opportunities. So I think that
I agree. I think they are pushing Austin Theory. I think that's obvious. I think it'll be like the Roman thing. It'll be like Roman, where the fans hate him, and you see it on our streams. A lot of people come on the streams like talking about how much disdain they have for Austin Theory, but that was exactly where the Roman Reigns was 3 years ago. Yeah. And look at the turnaround for him. Hi, Word, says Sassy. Even if they lose TV time, stars like Cena and Rock bring more eyes back on the product. It's a really valid point, Deanna. A really valid point. It certainly does. So, yeah. The issue is when they go, you've got to make sure you've still got them stories. And maybe they can with Jade Cargill going to WWE, apparently. Getting $3 million a year, just like Oprah, they filed the 501c3 in their name. So the money they get is all the tax write-off that they get and pay out to people and themselves and other working for the organization. Right. Sounds like there's already controversy.
Indeed.
Big money controversy.
Indeed it is. But again, and there's a valid point, and I'm certainly not excusing it because, of course, if that is the case, it is wrong. But I guarantee you, neither Oprah or The Rock are sweating that at the moment. Which is an unfortunate fact of life. But they've got enough money to not worry about it, which is sad. But
thank you so much for explaining.
Yeah, of course.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm certainly not. Dismissing what you're saying. It's just it's a sad state of affairs when we live in a world where, as you can say about certain people at the very top of WWE, you can with enough money you can
have
avoid
sex with anyone.
You can avoid certain issues. Is what I was going to say.
It's all right, don't worry, dude. It's not just WWE I have a go at. Tony can go on press conferences, coked up to his eyeballs, and he's fine. Right, Reigns is expected to be back for the Saudi show and build up to it, likely versus AJ Styles. Reigns versus AJ Styles would be great. Cena, do you remember that Cena versus AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble? That was fantastic, man.
Oh man, yeah.
They had some great matches.
It was nice to see them come back together because AJ Styles is wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
He is, man. And I think about live events that I went to with AJ Styles and the amount of gloves they were selling to kids and stuff. And it's like these last few years have hardly used him. And I know he's been injured quite a lot of the time as well. But sort of he's like a major draw for me. He's one of the most exciting things in WWE, and he's not really used, is he?
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. I really do. AJ Styles is just he's a stunning worker and an all-time great. I do believe he's an all-time great, certainly an Hall of Famer, WB.
Right.
And impact as well.
Oh, more controversy comes with The Rock, Dom. Rock has been accused by Warner Brothers executives to submit fraudulent financial sheets to show Black Adam was a success. He was hugely invested in Black Adam, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't know any of this until really, you know, I maybe heard one or two rumors about the tax thing, you know, just casually. People, you know, you see things on Twitter or whatever, but of course we don't. And I certainly wouldn't advise anybody to put too much stock in wrestling Twitter. But you know, this is the first time I've actually heard what it's about and why it's there. You know, so it is interesting to get everybody's viewpoint on that.
We do appreciate you guys. News Now, Tammy Lynn says there's the explanation, and we do appreciate it. Convenient for people like The Rock and Cena to be able to come back to wrestling while the actor strike is on. Hopefully they can still wrestle. It'd be great for us wrestling fans.
Yes, absolutely.
An interesting thought, isn't it? Does it insult us as wrestling fans that they only come back when there's a no?
Because it's like you say, they don't need to care about what we as die-hard wrestling fans think. Do they?
Yeah, but they don't have to care, but that's part of the issue, isn't it?
No, they don't.
Do you know what I mean?
They absolutely don't have to care.
Well, I think you should treat your customers better than that. I think they should care.
I understand what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
It's an interesting counterpoint. Yeah, I'm sure the schedules have become free, you know, so they're doing this while they can. And I think that we can be happy. I mean, I really enjoyed Cena at Mania. I know a lot of people didn't necessarily enjoy his match with Austin Theory that were there, but for me, like in the live arena, I was amazed at how Cena was able to grab the crowd. I thought it was really entertaining to watch from a sort of performance standpoint. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really did. On the other hand, The Rock has donated 7 figures to the strike. Right, okay. I wonder if that was a tax write-off as well. I don't know. Maybe Sassy just made some more news.
Who knows, man? Who
knows? Hi, Matty. Sassy, just a tax write-off. Oh, no, I said it, and Tammy's already said it. Hi, Sassy. Diana, I do not put part-time wrestlers taking time from a full-time talent.
Well, yeah, that, and I absolutely, and of course, Sassy, I love you and appreciate your thoughts on this, but of course, you know, not every part-time talent is The Rock or John Cena, so it's different. Or Logan Paul, yeah, absolutely.
It's weird, isn't it? And I suppose it's a question because now WWE has a lot of that, and if you're on about them bringing back Punk, they're going to have even more of it, really. Where it's bringing in the Punk can still go in the ring. Let's be perfectly honest. But you are really, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's like part of the problem with WWE sort of 5 years ago was that they hadn't really built any stars, and they couldn't rely on The Undertaker and The Rock anymore, or Stone Cold, or whoever it is, you know, or Rob Van Dam, or whatever it was. So they hadn't built at the start. So it got to about like 8 years ago, let's say, where they was in a really weird position because they hadn't built anyone up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I say, I think there's going to be, you know, I honestly think we're worrying about nothing at the moment. I think that, you know, we're going to see stars, like we're going to see Theory, you're going to see Cody, you're going to see people raised up by this period. I think, you know, John Cena will put over people. The Rock, I believe, you know, Roman Reigns and the title win aside, will put over people. You know, I'm not saying he's going to lose matches, but there are other things. There are other ways you can put people over. So I genuinely.
Well, that's an interesting one because you're saying there's other ways to put people over, and I do believe that CM Punk did a really good job of that in AEW. The problem with The Rock doing that is it means he has to work as a wrestler again, and can he still go as a wrestler or not? Yes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, that is the question, and a very good question, a very interesting question that only time will tell.
It certainly will.
Indeed.
I mean, look, if he had a match with Chad Gable, let's say, right, and they put on a 15-minute great match, which is what CM Punk was doing with people like Lee Johnson and stuff like that early on in the AEW's career, then yes, I think it can put people over. But if he's going to have a 5-minute get beat up by Gable a bit, rock bottom, people's elbow, done, which, let's be perfectly honest, for a lot of the time, that's what The Rock was. Rock was coming out of that new generation 5 moves of doom type era, you know? And you think about what the people's elbow is. It's an elbow drop. It's almost a way to bury people in the move itself, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
Fascinating discussion to come out of this, and like I say, I'm very, like I say, it'll be very interesting to see what happens on SmackDown. Of course, Sam will be covering that this week, right here on the Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast. So
right here,
go and check that out. Go and check that out on Friday. I am going to depart shortly, man, because
do you want to cover the stream for like 5 minutes and say hello to people?
Yeah, go on then, mate. You going for? You going for a coffee?
Yeah, I'm off for a fag. Yeah,
you're off for a cigarette. Okay, cool.
I am. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got to say that. You get, but in the UK, that's what we call it. That means a cigarette.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I'm getting booze from Dan. Nice to see you.
No, he said badoom, badoom.
There you go.
It's actually Dan's heartbeat going for you. And speaking of heartbeat,
thanks, Dan.
Why does a love kiss stay in my mind?
I don't know what that is. Hi guys, yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about The Rock, and I thought I'd come back and do The Rock chat because I thought it was a big deal. Yeah, it's nice to see you guys again. Nice to be back here. I'm very tired. I've been busy. How have you guys been? Hopefully everyone's all right. And everyone's been enjoying the content and hanging out with everybody. Yeah, so it's all good. It's lovely to see you all. And yeah, I've been really excited about The Rock coming back. I think he'll be cool. Anthony thinks that he's not going to put over guys like LA Knight. And I think LA Knight will do great, great things with The Rock. They'll have a great segment, and LA Knight will leave looking like roses. I also think that will happen for Cody Rhodes. I think there'll be other people that WWE will serve to The Rock, for a rock bottom and a kind of a squash, as it were. I respect your opinion, Dom. However, when these part-timers leave, there is a void in storylines because they do not build stars during this time. See what you point. What's different about you right now? Yeah. I trimmed my hair, mate. Trimmed my hair. Just like to change it up occasionally. Jay is awesome, in my opinion. One of the best baby faces WWE has had in years. I agree, actually, Tammy Lynn, or News Now, whichever you prefer. Yeah, I agree. I think Jay Uso is a fantastic baby face, and he's gonna do really good things. I think I imagine Jay will come out of this looking good too. Probably have a good segment with The Rock. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing okay. Like I say, I'm just like, it's not because I don't want to be here. I love, I love being on the podcast. I just kind of lost. It wasn't, I'm just not as into wrestling, particularly after, as I'm sure, different things affect people in different ways. But, I've talked to Dan about this a bunch of times and different people about this a bunch of times. I just like characters in wrestling, and I don't have a character to anchor onto now that, Bray has unfortunately passed, or Wyndham. So I'm just kind of not as much into wrestling. Obviously, I still watch the stuff. I watched. We went to All In the other week, and The Rock stuff is great. So I still watch bits of it, but I'm not 3 hours on a PLE. It's a lot of time I don't have at the moment. But as soon as I have more time, eventually, if that ever happens, I'll come back. But I love that Anthony and Dan and who else we got? Sam. Yes, I'm glad that they're holding the fort. And thank you all so much for being such a wonderful part of the community as well. we love all of you guys. Like, and I think you know that. I think and obviously you can follow us on Twitter and find me on Twitter and stuff and things. And of course, we'll all keep in touch. Everyone, we couldn't do this without you. I love getting into it with Dan. So let's do this one. Is Jay one of the best babyfaces they've had in years, or is that he's over as a result of the bloodline? I think absolutely he's as a result of the bloodline. Like, if we keep him away from the bloodline story, does he remain as over long term? I think that's an interesting point, and I would love to see it. I'm interested to see your point in action, Dan. Does that happen? Fingers crossed. Time will tell if Jey Uso is as good as we think he is, or as the majority of people think he is at the moment. And I think Jimmy looks like he's going to suffer a little bit, but we'll have to see. But Jey Uso, I think, is over, and I think he's popular. So, and that's just me personally, what I believe. But lovely to catch up with all of you guys anyway. And man, I'll see you soon.
I love you. Thanks for joining us. Everyone, a big round of applause for Dom, the star of the show, who joined us for the start of the show.
Thanks, man. I'm sorry I can't join you for the quiz, but you just show me up anyway with your superior wrestling knowledge.
You're just afraid I'll beat you again because I keep beating you at everything.
And that's not true. Go and watch the AEW.
Thanks, Dom. Yeah, and Dom's. I'm joking. It was a funny mute. Oh, he has actually gone now. Cool, guys. So there we go. We had a bit of talk about The Rock. I'm quite happy to carry on talking about whatever you want to talk about. I'm just going to hang out with you guys. That's what this is all about. Let's see what you got to say. Let's see what you think. And I'll let you know if I agree or disagree. We'll also do a bit of trivia in a bit because we can. Why not? And anything else you guys want to do? What do you want to talk about? If it goes back to WWE and lights The Rock up with the promos, that'll be great for Punk. Yeah, he could do some great promos at press conferences. What's different about you right now? He was glowing. That's what it was. Hi, Eve. Long time no see. Let me tell you, Eve put on some wonderful events over All In Weekend with Choco Pro Wrestling. I strongly advise you catch them. And Dan's been streaming every Tuesday as well. Hope your ankle's okay, dude. How are you doing? Are you healing up well? I respect your opinion, Dom. However, when these part-timers leave, there is a void in storylines because they do not build stars doing this time. It's really interesting, isn't it, Sassy? Because they kind of don't. The focus is on the star and not on the rub, and then that it stays there, and then there's no story to carry it on, and it's a big problem in wrestling that I think a lot of bookers have, the idea of continuation of the story and sort of links between it that I think is missing a lot. I like it. Sorry, I have no idea. Bray will be great at He certainly will. Is Jay one of the best babyfaces they've had in years? It's Dom in it and jumping on the Jay bandwagon, baby. I don't know, man. I think he's done well for himself. Best babyface in years? I don't know. Who's the best babyface in wrestling? I guess Cody Rhodes, isn't it? It's Cody Rhodes. He's done incredibly well. I'd say it's either Cody Rhodes or Orange Cassidy. I think Orange Cassidy in AEW has done outstandingly well at getting himself over in a gimmick that people didn't know if it'd stay over or not. And look at the longevity it's had, and look at the directions that he's been able to take. He's one of the best baby faces in wrestling, right? I think we can all agree that, or not. Let me know in chat, man. I think if Jay walked away from the bloodline right now, he'd still be a great babyface, and that's my opinion. Whether it's worked for you, tell me. It has worked for you. Lol says, thank you, Dom. Yeah, thank you, Dom. I'd join you, but I'm audio only at the minute, I'm afraid. That's all good, Dom. You can join me. You can join me late if you want. Why, have you had a shave or something? But every wrestler had to have a stepping point. The bloodline was Jay's. Now he can step out on his own. Really great point. Without the Austin 316 promo, you didn't get Austin. So yeah, every wrestler has a story. I suppose it's just with Jey Uso being in for such a long time. Oh, there's a fight going by with Jey Uso being in WWE for such a long time as a strong part of the tag division, but it was a weak tag division for many years. Let's be perfectly honest. And yeah, they were one of the strengths of it, but they certainly didn't put them out on their own. So yeah, although tag teams, people in tag teams can get over. Look at Shawn Michaels. Thank you, Dom, says News Now. Not really a Cody fan, never was. No, that's cool, but in terms of like big baby faces, he kind of is, isn't he? Kind of is like that ultimate baby face at the minute. It's cool. Orange Cassidy by a mile. Yeah, I'd say he's just a likable guy, isn't he? He's just a likable guy. And sort of definition of babyface, really, I guess. But is he? Because he's just lazy. I don't know. It's a really interesting dynamic with Orange Cassidy. And I think it's something that we've never seen before as well, which makes him really interesting. Oh no, my kids have the webcam, so I'm mic only. Lol. That bike was loud. Holy smack. I know, right? I've got my windows open. Even the mic picked it up. Well, my apologies to you all for the bike that went past. Next time I'll throw an apple. How about that? Well, let's take Stone Cold Steve Austin's was Stunning Steve for years before Austin 316. Yeah, exactly. He certainly. Well, there we go. There's another. Yeah, you're right. He was Stunning Steve for a long time. Not a long time in WWE as the ringmaster, but within WCW. But it was that broke him apart. And I don't know if the Jey Uso has had that same effect. I'd say, in my opinion. Tammy, I don't like his character on WWE. Very cheesy, but he is a hull of a heel. He was certainly a heel in AEW, wasn't he? The fans kind of got a bit bored of him, really, I think, and a bit frustrated by what he was presenting and really sort of pushing against the fans in that. Really interesting. Wrestlers here to Zedman. I'm going to find a quiz to do, guys. Do you fancy doing a quiz with me? Could all do it together. There's an action figure quiz, but I don't know if it'll like show up on here, but we can try it, can't we? WWE Star by Championship figurine. Oh, they're too easy. Let's find another one. If it was like 80s figures, that'd be cool. Lol, Sassy, can agree with you. Mark LFC says, I don't like Orange Cassidy and Hook, both meaningless characters. Hook, I'd say, hasn't. I mean, the biggest problem with Hook is he's not been in the ring enough. It's one of the biggest problems with Hook. Like they're not actually using him in the ring. Orange Cassidy, I mean, I'm interested in, but it's going to take all sorts. You know, we all gravitate to different things. I think part of the reason I gravitate to Orange Cassidy is because he's something so different. He's unlike anything we've ever seen before, or anything I've ever seen before, for sure. And I think it's working. I think they're telling a compelling story with him, and I think they're moving it in a compelling direction. So I'm well invested in Orange Cassidy. I am happy. Women's Sting's WWE opponents. What's this one? Let's just find a normal quiz. I don't need a picture quiz now. Dom's gone. It's just so Dom can't cheat because we all know what Diva Dom's like. But it's nice to have Dom back, man. It was nice to see him earlier today. I like Hook. He just needs time. Orange is different and can go any way, heel or babyface. He certainly can. I'm sure at some point he will go heel, and it'll bring in a new dynamic to him, which I'm very excited about. Ruthless Aggression era action figures. I couldn't get these. Oh man, looking at these, I'd have no chance. So should we do it? No, I wouldn't even know. I don't even know who that's supposed to be, man. Is that Carl Anderson? Right. I'm going to try this, guys. We'll put this on the screen. Can you see the figures in the pictures? Can you see them okay? If I get rid of this garbage, let me just get rid of this. And you tell me if you can see the figures all right. As this website clearly just like it keeps flickering because it's just downloading viruses all the time. I'm pretty certain of it. Let me get rid of the banner for us all so you can all see it. We've got to name all these action figures, and I haven't got a clue, so it's going to be down to you guys. Let me know if you can see them clear enough to be able to play this game or not. Orange gimmick is so fresh. It is working with fans, and his wrestling style is amazing. I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it. I think it's different. I think it's unique, for sure. Yeah, this is easy. Oh, you can see them all right then. That's cool. Can you see that you can get 65% off plus 1 month through on Adobe Creative Cloud? Whoa, shall I click that? Let's not. Oh, mate. Oh, you guys are already writing names. Right, go on then. Write the names in chat, and I'll start typing them and misspelling them, and then you can all tell me off for misspelling them, and it's going to be fun. Now, there has never been, in my opinion, a better heel than MJF, and I wished he'd go back to being a heel. Interesting news now. Yeah, I suppose if you're talking about other babyfaces, he's babyface at the minute. Him and Adam Cole. If that's what they are, I don't even know. Right, let's have a look what you guys think, and let's see if we can get them together. We've got 5 minutes to get them all. You've all had a head start. Let's have a look what you've put. So Dan from Pro Wrestling Eve says Paul London. Let's see if Paul London is in there. Yes, he is. He's that first one there. Kevin Thorne, says Dan. Nice. And the next one, Santina. Mark LSE UK says Santino. It is not Santino. He's not in there. Unless it's Morella. No. Not quite sure on 3. Is it Tommy Dreamer? I wonder if it's Tommy Dreamer. No. It's very tanned. Ezekiel Jackson. Nice. Never would have got that. Yes, there we go. Ezekiel at the end there. Festus. Yes, I saw Festus on there. Festus is there right in the middle. Forgotten 6. I have no idea. Colin, right, I'm going to get all your answers down and then we'll see who we're missing, guys. Colin Delaney. There we go. Colin Delaney. Well played, man. Chris Masters. Stevie Richards. Well played, Mark. Well played, Dan. You guys are rocking this. Stevie Richards, there we go. Yeah, man, he's got a great YouTube channel at the moment. Suzuki, mate, I spell it wrong all the time. There's a U in there, that's why. There we go. Candice Michelle, is that Candice Michelle? It is certainly Candice Michelle. Gene Snitsky says, Dan, well done. I'm just trying to spell it right. Snitsky. No, apparently not. Apparently not. It's not in there. Ken Anderson. Apparently not. Apparently Ken Anderson is not in there. Festus has already been got. Jesse. There we go. There's Jesse. Well played. No, put in the whole name for Santino. Santino Morello. No, it's not coming up. Which one do you think, Santino? There we go. We've got a few more down there. That's not supposed to be Goldberg, is it? Is that Vince? You think that's Vince? No, Vince hasn't come up. Ken Kennedy in WWE. I have no idea, man. This was not my era at all. There we go. No, that's Matt Striker. There we go. That is Matt Striker. Well done. That's not... Is it R-Truth? No. It's not supposed to be Booker T, is it? No. Oh. No, it's not Booker T either. There's a couple down there if you guys want to look. Is that Barry Horowitz? It looks like Barry Horowitz. No, it's not Barry Horowitz. Snitsky. Snitsky. Yes, it is Gene Snitsky right there. Well done. Mark Tomko, says Sassy. Well done. Yes, Tyson Tomoko at the bottom. Whoa, this is a long one to write. Pope Angelo. Oh, mate. I'm not the best typer, man. Dinero. It's not come up, Dan. I've spelled it right. It's not come up, my friend. It's Pope, but I don't know his WWE name or whatever it was. Charlie Haas. Right in Haas, will it come up? Yes, it has. It's Charlie Haas. It's not Barry Horowitz. Nowitzki. Sassy. It's not come up. I put a Y, not an I. No. Trevor Murdoch, 40 seconds left, guys. Let's see if the Gimme a Whole Yeah track can get them all, because I ain't helping. Val Venus, that's who I was thinking of. It is Val Venus, yeah. It's not Val Venus. Pope. Type Pope, mate, and see if that's it. No, Pope's not come up, my friend. Snitsky, who's that Russian guy? Elijah Burke. Well done, that's come up. And we'll try Snitsky one last time. No, it's still not come up. No, and the timer's gone. The timer's gone. Well, we got 17. Well done, everyone. That was fun. We can do another one if you guys want. Let me know in chat. Go put a fire emoji if you want to do another one. So we had Paul London at the top, Kevin Thorne, Mohammed Hassan. I didn't recognize that Mohammed Hassan. It just looks like a very tanned up Tommy Dreamer. I don't think there's any way of me zooming in on this. Is there a way of zooming in? That'd be good to know, wouldn't it? That'd be good to know. I don't know if anyone knows it. That's it. Pope was Elijah Burke in WWE. That was Brian Kendrick. I never would have got that as Brian Kendrick, guys. Never would have got that. Ezekiel Jackson, well done. Stevie Richards, man, his podcast is insanely good. I don't know if you guys are into sort of the analytics of wrestling, if you like, or looking at wrestling as a performance, but he's doing such a good job of breaking down stuff at the minute. Colin Delaney, well played. Kenza Suzuki, Match Striker, Elijah Burke right there. Gene Snitsky, Mr. Kennedy. It's Festus. It's Jesse. Candice Michelle. My goodness, that looks nothing. That looks like Candice Michelle's like being held to a candle. Charlie Haas right there. Well done. Paul Burchill. These are such weird-looking figures, aren't they? Chris Masters right there. Well done to whoever got that. Tyson Tomoko and Trevor Murdoch. So we didn't get Paul Burchill, Brian Kendrick, which I never would have got, and Mohammed Hassan. Cool. That was sort of fun, lol. I'm glad you had a good time. Well, I'm happy to do another one if you guys want to. Christ, I know Brian Kendrick personally, and I didn't know that was him. Well, it was. It was. No, it looks nothing like him, does it? It looks like a steroided up Dolph Ziggler. Sassy wants to do another one. I knew Birchall personally and didn't recognize him either. There we go. It does look like Val Venus. It was fun, guys. Candice looks like a cross between Sable and Stephanie. I know, right? They did Candice wrong there, man. They certainly did Candice wrong. They did it dirty. We got 17. The average score to that is 50%, and we got 85%. Well played, Hulomaniacs. Yeah, go on, do another one. Well, this is what it's all about, man. Just chilling out and having a good time. Let's see. WWE. Let's put in action figures. Let's go. We'll see if I can do one. By 80s action figures. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Can you guys see this? This is going to be fun. Good for engagement with the chat numbers. Lol. Dan, always thinking about the people, about the YouTube numbers. Thank you, Dan. Let's get the chat going. We've got 6 minutes. You guys have had long enough. Stop cheating. There we go. We are away now. Who have we got there? So Hulk Hogan. I think that's King Kong Bundy, is it not? Bray. That's Okerlund. There we go. It's the Giant. Andre the Giant. Oh, do I need to put Andre? Sometimes it lets you put a last name. Sometimes it doesn't. I love the fact this is just me playing. Oh, mate, I can't spell Elizabeth. I'm dyslexic as all hell, man. I look at words and they just make no sense. Thank you, Mark. Elizabeth. There we go. Macho Man we've got from Sassy. Well played. Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack? Where's Cactus Jack? I've not even looked. No, there's no Cactus Jack there. There's no Cactus Jack there. Foley. No, that's what's his name with Cyndi Lauper and the Lou Albano. You, isn't it? Oh, mate, what Terry Funk? Where's Terry Funk? Oh, mate, I can't even hit things. No, there's no Terry Funk in there, man. Volkov. Oh, Cole. Is it double F? There we go. Jake the Snake says Dan. Right, Jim, Hillbilly Jim. Let's get all of Dan's answers down there. Well played, Dan. Well played. Hillbilly Jim. Ultimate Warrior. Evening, Danny. We're trying to guess the wrestlers. Please join in based on the action figures. Bobby Heenan. It certainly is. Lord Alfred Hayes. I haven't even seen his action figure, but I want to. Alfred is spelled wrong because I haven't put in an L. There we go. Lord Alfred Hayes is not in there. I don't know where it was supposed to be. Coco Beware. Coco Beware. Sergeant Slaughter. Who else? George. G-E-R-R-G-E. Let's try George Steele. Yes, it come up. Cool. Let's see who else. Paul Orndorff. Mr. Wonderful. If you go back to one of our early podcasts, God, if I could not say Orndorff. How are you, Danny? Kamala, thank you, Sassy. There you go, Kamala's in it. The Honky Tonk Man, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Jimmy Snooker. Right, you've just said about getting the chat thing up, and then you're writing all these as like one big thing. Engagement, Dan. Adrian Adonis. Oh, he is in there. Oh, man. It's Adrian Adonis. I really enjoyed the Dark Side of the Ring on him this season. Adrian Adonis. Although I'm surprised I never mentioned what's his name who just passed away. There we go. Jimmy Hart. There we go. One Man Gang. JYD. Yes. Mate, I've named everyone. We haven't named everyone. No one's named John Studd yet. There we go. I haven't seen that in chat. The Lou Albano, thank you. Yes, you're right. I said it was Lou Albano either. Mean Gene, yeah, we got Mean Gene. Brutus, the Barber, Beefcake. Let's go. There we go. Coca Beware, yes, we got that. Do you need me to write everyone again? Yeah, in separate things, man. He's not the longest anymore. I know, lol. Jesse the Body, thank you. Dan. Oh, mate. How frustrating this thing. If I was watching this stream, I'd be like so annoyed with me. Right quicker. I'm good. That's Rowdy Roddy Piper. I missed it, man. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Have I missed an entire chat from Dan? Must have done. Did that come up? No, of course it didn't, because I didn't have the box open. There we go. Okay, I still say one of them is Mean Gene. It certainly is. The third one in is Mean Gene. Bam Bam. I didn't see Bam Bam. Yes, it is. Yeah, there's Bam Bam. I put his autograph at my mum and dad's. I literally named John Studd. I can't help if you're missing the comments. It might not come up because you might have sworn in it. Yeah, we got Hogan, Mark, Bamba Bigler, Iron Sheik. We haven't written an Iron Sheik yet. It might have been because you wrote something that you're not allowed to write. It doesn't always come up on StreamYard. You know that. Ted DiBiase. Oh, no. How the hell do you spell DiBiase? It's the last one we need. The time's out. The time's out. 5 seconds. If I knew how to spell DiBiase, we'd be fine. We would have got 100% on that. We did really well there. That was like a lot easier. You guys smashed it. No one said Ted DiBiase. That was all me. Mate, I rocked. Let me see who I missed. Honky Tonk Man. No, you big long message didn't come. Oh yeah, it did. I just missed it, love. Sorry, Dan. Don't be too frustrated. Don't get so angry. Nice. I literally named John Stud. I can't help if you're missing the comments. Hogan, well done, everyone. That was fun. Yeah, you did where I named half the bloody lot. Well, if you wrote them as separate comments, Dan, you'd have more of a chance. That's about engagement and getting people to engage with the video. Write a lot of comments on the video, and you're just naming everyone. Let's go. Mate, you're a quick typer, though. Quicker than me. Yeah, we basically got them all, guys. Well done. Quite an easy one. Hi, Titan. Let's put a flower emoji in chat if you want another one. A flower emoji in chat if you want another one. For now, you can all see my face, so how about that? I'm just gonna hang out here. And Titan the Heels joined. Welcome, dude. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Titan. Is that a free bird under Piper? Let's have a look. Under Piper, it was Ultimate Warrior, mate. It does. I do agree. It does look a bit like what was he called in WWE? Texas Tornado. Texas Tornado. Yo, Sassy, DiBiase. Yeah, we got it. I just couldn't spell it right. Everyone's like DiBiase, 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 DiBiase. We said it. We said it. Lol. You're right. I should have done that. I know, right? I know. You're on about engagement in chat, and then you're just like, I'm going to spoil his engagement. Do it again then. Are you all enjoying this? If you're enjoying it, mate, get the flowers out and I'll do another one. Come on, more oldies. Hashtag flower emoji. Dan does not know how to find an emoji. But Dan, I'm with you, bro. I'd have the same issues. I wouldn't know where to find it. I don't know how to. Sometimes when I'm sending a message to our lass on a night, we always send a GIF as the last thing on a night. And it's like something generally related to what we've been talking about. So today she's been sick. So I sent a thing of a dog cuddling a cat or something like that. Sometimes it'll just be like a tent blowing around in a tornado. And mate, I can never know where to find it because Facebook have moved it now. I've got to press on the smiley face and then go to GIFs, and it's bloody 2 clicks instead of 1. I ain't sharing my location all the time, and I don't want her to know where I am. Dan, you're cracking me up, says News Now Lynn. A flower emoji. Sassy's enjoyed it. If you guys are, well, it's just me tonight, so I don't mind just putting them up. Kerry Von Erich was called the modern day warrior. He wasn't. He was called the Texas Tornado in WWE. Titan, I asked for a flower, and you went out and bought a bloody rose, man. Titan knows how to treat this host. Let me tell you, Dan is hilarious. He certainly is. He's getting really stressed out. I love it. So was a warrior. All good, man. More trivia. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. More trivia. Whoop, whoop. We are a competitive grunge. Oh, mate, look at that. Tammy Lynn with all the flowers. A rose, a wilted flower. Would you call that a lily? A little doll for Alexa Bliss. I'm going to stop there. A wilted rose from... thanks, Dan. If we was to remake Beauty and the Beast, start with me and you, Dan, who'd play Beauty and who'd play the Beast? There we go. I want an answer in chat. Who'd be Beauty and who'd be the Beast? Let's go. OMG! I just want to play an action game. Well, stick around because we'll play in a minute. Yes. Yeah, they don't want to know you're taking a dump while sending emojis. I know, right? I know. In WWE, he was Texas Tornado because he couldn't be the modern day warrior because they had Ultimate Warrior. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, with his exceedingly good knowledge of wrestling. I just run this podcast and I know nothing about wrestling, guys. Of course, I got you. Thank you, brother. Right, let's go on then. We'll pick another one. And everyone's just looking at the screen, looking at. Oh, we've done that one. We've done that one. What do you want? WWE wrestlers by 90s action figure? WWE wrestlers by 80s action figure 2. That sounds like a good one. I'm going to go to the toilet real quick. I'm also going to dry my hands off because I'm sweating a little bit. Right, you asked for this a while ago. They're having an 8-women tournament. This is the Sami Callihan promotion. Let me check my rotor, Sassy. Let me check my rotor because I know that you asked for this for a long time ago. And I said I could do it if I'm not at work. And if I'm not at work, we'll do it. Do both, says Dan. Do both. Right, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to leave this on suspense for 1 second. Just because I need a wee. Honestly, I'm not even going for a smoke. I'll be back in 1 sec. Oh, God, he's so annoying. Right, it's okay. I'm back. Okay, we're gonna get straight into it after I've read the comments. Actually, maybe we'll get an influx of people wondering what we're building for. I know, right? You always do. You know, whenever I go put the toilet break sign on, people are like, "I'm gonna stay." What's the toilet break for? And then they all leave like straight after. We've got 15 watchers right now. You watching about as soon as we start this quiz, it will dip. Toilet break must be near the main event of the evening. Danny knows me, man. How did you piss and wash your hands that quickly? I didn't wash my hands. Stop me. Didn't wash my hands. Sorry. Dang, that was quick. I said I needed to pee. There are other matches. There's certainly F-Sick, you're gonna have people drop off if you leave the stream. Put an Eve match up on stream, mate. I need your footage, man. Right, we got 16 people in. Let's wrestling 80s action figures number 2. Here we go. We have 30 people to find, and wow, this is a lot harder. Okay, let's go. Can you all see what is on there? I'm going to wait for the ads and viruses to stop downloading. There's some harder ones in there. Okay. Cool. I bet you masturbate with your mouse hand, don't you? How did you know? Dan, question. What is your opinion on CM Punk and going to WWE possibly? Dan, his opinion. Yeah, Sassy, you've seen Dan. He just loves the game. He's ready to play the game. Okay, so Bruno Sammartino. Right, here we go. Now you guys are writing them down. I'm gonna go with this and we'll put them in there. Okay. Oh mate, can I copy this? No, I can't even copy off this. Damn it. Right. We are starting. Make sure you spell it right, guys, because I'm copying off you. Dyslexic as all devil. Brian B. Blair. Says Dan. No, not Brian B. Blair. B-R-I-A-N. B. Brian Blair. Yes, B. Brian Blair it is. Slick. Oh, bad man. Always watch LOL. You know where that thing has been. I know exactly where it's been. While there is a wee break in progress, here's how I met the guys from Give Me a Hull. Cool. We'll get it out in a second. I've started a game and Titan's going to share this incredible tale with you all. Boss man, there we go. Well done. Bob Orton. Well done. Sassy. Greg the Hammer. Valentine. Let's go. Bret Hart. I haven't even looked at them, to be honest with you. Billy Jack Funk. It's not come up. Are you sure it's not Dory Funk? Big Boss Man, I think we've already got. Bob Orton. Good job. He's on there. Neidhart. Jim Neidhart. N-E-I. There we go. Vince McMahon. There is a Vince McMahon figure in there. Axe. Here comes the axe. And here comes the smasher. Walking disaster. Freddie Blassie certainly is there. B. Brian Blair. Hawk. Hawk is not in there. Is that who you thought Axe was? Lex Luger. I've not seen him, but, you know, no, Lex Luger isn't there. Ken Pantera. Nope. Oh, it's not Pantera. It's Patera. There we go. Yeah, he's on there. Jerry Lawler. Well played. Is the King on there? No Jerry Lawler. Terry Funk. Yes, he is. Yeah, there with the cowboy hat on. Freddie Blassie. I think I've got it. I think I've got Freddie Blassie. No, I don't. There we go. Oh, no, he's already on there. Cool. Tito Santana. Nice. Let's see. Tonga Kid. I wouldn't have got that one. No, he's not on there. Brett. Yes, we've got Brett. Jim Brunzel. Well done, Dan. 3 minutes left. We're 15 ways through. Owen Hart. I didn't say Owen Hart, but I'll put it in. Oh, the King, guys, is Harley Race, I think. If that's who you, there you go. It's King Harley Race. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yes, that top one. Greg Valentine. Did I not put that? No, Greg Valentine. Don Morocco. Harley Race, yes, I got it. Bobby the Brain Heenan, I think we've got, if he's there. Mr. Fuji is certainly there. Outback Jack. Yes, it is. Well played, man. Jesus. Corporal Kirchner. It was a K. Kirchner. I've spelled corporal wrong. I haven't put a no. That's an I. There we go. It's Sting. No, there's no Sting. There's no Sting. That's Axe. Haku. Yeah, it'll be Haku. Yeah, Haku's come up. Warlord. Yes, and is that the Barbarian? No, it's not. Mr. Fuji, yes, we got that. Regal. No Regal in there. I pasted a link really slowly. Oh, mate, I can't see links, man. Ted Arcidi, and there's no way of sharing it on here. Macho Man. No, there's no Macho Man in there. Jimmy Jack Funk. No, it said that twice. No, it's not come up. Do you think the Rocks are... Oh, give us a second, mate. We're just naming these. Let's see who we ain't got. We ain't got the guy in the bottom right. We ain't got the guy in the middle. Who the hell is that? These are a tag team. But I can't think who they are. And the guy with the straps. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Did it come up? Which one's Greg the Hammer Valentine? Greg the Hammer Valentine's not there. Johnny V. There we go. Johnny V. That's right. Johnny V. Awesome. Davey Boy Smith. Yes, it is, which means that's Dynamite Kid. There we go. And we are nearly out of time. Hercules, yes, it is Hercules. Thank you, Dan. There we go. Hercules Hernandez. Right, Johnny V. We said Johnny V, not Johnny Valiant. And I didn't write it down. Sorry. Tag team. Is that the Rockers? No, it was the Bulldogs. It's the Bulldogs. The two on the corner. David Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. So let's have a look at the ones that we didn't get. Now, Dan did say Johnny Valiant several times. Did he say SD Jones, though? Did you say SD Jones and Billy Jack Haynes? Who the other two is? I'll go through from the top left to top right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bruno San Martino. What an ugly figure that is. That looks like something you'd get on a video game, like coming at you from 20 years ago. You know, like Half-Life, something like that. Brian B. Blair, Jumping Jim Brunzel, Slick, Davey Boy Smith, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Cowboy Bob Orton, Hercules Hernandez, Big Boss Man, Ted Arcida, Dynamite Kid, Brett the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil 9 Hart, Axe, No Smash, Johnny Valiant, Vince McMahon, Corporal Kirchner, Magnificent Morocco, nice, Ken Patera, Terry Funk, Classy Freddie Blassie, Tito Santana, Haku, The King, Harley Race, Mr. Fuji, Wardlord, and the ones that I didn't see. It's Billy Jack Haynes. Dan said Billy Jack Haynes, and he also said SD Jones. Bushwhackers forgot their actual name. No, the Bushwhackers were in there, man. And that was Luke and Butch. Wasn't it? Sheepherders before they come in. I'm old comes in handy. Well, yeah, man, absolutely. Devlin, do you think the Rock's appearance was a one-time thing or is it a full return? I think it's a part-time return is what I'd say, Devlin. Lovely to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for joining us. I think it is a part-time return, and I'm sure a lot of people are excited. WWE came to the releases of Elias and the Grizzled Young Vets. Man, that's sad. because the grizzled young vets were great. Zach Gibson and what's the other guy called? I forget his name. Zach Gibson's great, and he really was a talent when they did that second NXT UK show at Royal Albert Hall. He's outstanding, man. Outstanding. Yeah, I never really saw any work in NXT normal. I watched NXT UK was that was going. Obviously, it was great. Yeah, here's how I met the guys. If you send me, let me find it. What's the video called? And I'll share it in chat. Grizzled young vets wanted out. Well, I'm glad that they managed to get out. Come on, next one. Dan, calm yourself. Dan, bringing back childhood memories. Glad you're having a good time. Ron Bass says tighten the highlight. Oh, nice. Ted RCD. Do you know how long it took me to learn Dan's champion's name, Miyu Yamashita, who is amazing, by the way, who is amazing. Next says that Dan, calm down. Well, we need a new emoji. What emoji are we putting in chat? 'Cause I'm only doing it if it's what you people want. We're supposed to be talking about wrestling. We've got stories to talk about. We've got Grizzled Young Vets released, and all you guys want is trivia. But because I'm just by myself tonight, I really don't mind. It makes it very easy for me. Come on, says Dan. You just need to slow down, man. Now you broke your ankle. Just bring it back. Just bring it back a notch. Stop being diva, Dan. Very good. Right, let's get an emoji. Let's have a confectionery emoji if you want to see another one, some sort of cake, perhaps. Or I told you I'll join you. I'll just be audio only. Well, you can if you want. Danny, I'm off. Catch you guys later. Got to catch some C's. Danny, thanks for joining us, bro. Yeah, man, you can join me. Sure, you can join me. But no one will see you. Okay. I can invite Sassy as well. Actually, I don't know how it'll work with the things, man. You can join me, but I don't know if I can do the screen with that because Dan's not here and he normally figures all that out. I've got that one. Maybe I could use that one or that one. Okay. Yeah, cool. We'll do it. We'll get you in here, man. Send me the link there. Will you calm yourself, man? You want everything to be 100 miles a bloody minute? Calm yourself. Who wants to see Dan on stream? Well, I say see Dan. I mean, who wants Dan to do it? Thanks, Danny, for joining us. Take care. There we go. Sassy's put in. Is that cake or pie? Is that cake or steaming chicken pie? Trust me, it'll work. I just did an audio only stream. Nice. Danny, have a good rest. Yes, I'm a busy man, says Dan. You just need to take some tramadol or something. Where's the thing? How do I do the Twitter? Said that. Dan, I'll send you the link. And then after you've joined me for one, Sassy can join me for one if she wants to join me for one. We'll do it that way. It'll be fun. Dan needs to go up on the podcast. Why are you doing a podcast tonight, Dan? I could live stream you. There you go. I sent you it on your Twitter. Get to your Twitter. Will you hurry up and join us? I was just for the wee break, mate. No worries. That's all. No. I want to show you your channel, man. I want to show you your channel. See your channel up here, man. Tighten the heel. While we're waiting for Dan to join us. In fact, if you don't mind, Titan, if you're not going to copyright strike me, because then I'll be very upset. I'm just going to show it on the stream if that's cool with you. Let's see. Channel. Heel Turn Wrestling right there. How long ago was it? Are you happy with that, Titan? No, up on your. He needs to join your podcast, Lord. I know, right? He's so desperate to join the podcast. It's all cool. We all love Dan. And speaking of Dan, he's got his own picture. Don't worry. It's Dan, everybody. Hi, Dan.
Hello. I just got to shut down your other thingy so that there's not like the audio echo of you. And yes, there's me in the ring from the last Eve show.
Mate, is that when you was awarding Emi Sakura her Hall of Fame?
That is indeed.
Yeah,
see my wife on the far right there, Emerson Jane. I think that's Jetta just behind me. Sapphire Reed on the other side. There you go.
Beautiful stuff, man. And I love that moment, man. Have I spoke to you since you did them shows?
Don't think so. No, well, briefly, we had on WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp, yeah, we messaged briefly. And actually, I told you not to message me because I was like, dude, you probably had way too much wrestling. It was when you was traveling back that Monday, wasn't it?
Oh, mate, I don't even remember that whole thing. And then I fucking broke my ankle. So it's just
mate.
But yeah. Just that was when we last spoke. It was when you'd seen that I broke my ankle and you messaged me about it.
You see, I'm very nice. I did message you. That was good.
You did. I did reply.
Thanks. Did I reply back?
Yeah. Yeah, we went back several times.
Had a conversation. Nice.
Yeah, we had a conversation. It was a very quick one.
With each other. Nice.
but we did have one, yeah.
We are busy people for sure, Dan. I'm gonna I need to stop sharing that screen and I'm just gonna share it's my mate Titan, the heel, who recorded us at Give Me a Whole Year WrestleMania. So we're gonna watch that for a second, Dan.
Okay, cool. What is it?
Cool. It's it was our predictions, and I went with the lads, and I chose Cody Rhodes because I'm an idiot. But let's watch it, man. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You'll have to let me know if you can hear it. Here's Titan the heel.
Depends. Are you doing it just as a share
screen? Yeah.
Okay. Depends on how you've done it.
It does say mute screen audio, so we'll see.
Heel turn. We are from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California for WrestleMania 39, night 2. And today I have some friends. We're going to ask the ultimate question. We have friends here from Give Me a Whole Year.
Give Me a Whole Year
on YouTube. Check those guys out.
Titan, they're not your friends. Trust me.
Is it Roman or is it Cody?
They're not anyone's
friends. What are you saying, my guy?
I can't hear you.
For themselves.
Cody Rhodes.
It's Jack. It's Jack with a Wrestle Story t-shirt on. It's me with my Dude Love shirt on.
Saw that coming. It is Cody across the board. I'm calling it now. Tribal Chief remains the champion. Titan.
Good lad.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Don't
right. Boot me on my channel.
He was right.
Titan back.
He was absolutely right.
And as he was right, everyone should subscribe to him.
Absolutely. Everyone should subscribe to Heel Turn Wrestling. Go give the dude some
knows
support.
what he's talking about. I like him already.
Exactly, man. How are you, Dan? Lovely to see you.
You seeing me? Well, I guess you are. There I am. And all my grey bearded glory. My wonk
you do look good.
Shirt.
I think what you should do is edit your photos before you come on regularly. Edit your face normally. Yeah.
Edit my face. That's nothing there has been edited. That is literally as I was sent it.
Mate, there's a filter in there. Did you get that from a professional photographer?
I mean, I did get it from a professional photographer, but they didn't make any amendments. That's on me to do when I've chosen which ones. But I don't know how to do any of them. True story.
Trimmed a few pounds on that, my friend.
I have trimmed a few pounds. It's what kidney disease will do for you.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Cool, man. So, are you enjoying the little games, Dan? We're going to do another one.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can do this a lot quicker this time. Come on.
Come on. You just relax. Lol, I won $150 saying Roman would win. Well played. Awesome. Good. Well played, everyone. Don't listen to me.
What I love about that photo, by the way, of me is it looks like I'm the one who's getting the round of applause. Like I'm saying, and everyone's just like, yeah, he's great. He's the best. Yeah. You should all listen to him.
And it was all for Emmy.
It was all me putting Emmy over.
Mate, I hope they're doing something with Do you want to do the Ruthless Aggression one? Was hard, right? Oh, mate, now I can't copy your spelling off the thing. I'm going to be knackered now. Go back to chat.
Oh, still type.
All right, thank you. Still type, please. But no one wants to hear the keyboard either. Should we do Ruthless Aggression era figures part 2?
You could do that. Oh, you haven't done the 90s yet.
We haven't done the 90s.
There was a 90s
in the 90s,
there, which will be Hasbro.
Yes, it is Hasbro figures. Let me have a
Titan will be good on that one as well. Who here in the chat was watching wrestling in the 90s?
Well, whoever was is going to be good at this quiz. It is a 6-minute timer. We haven't got 100% yet, but I'm fairly certain we'd get 100% here because I think I could get them all. Anyway, hang on. Yes, I could. Who's that? I'm not sure on one of them. Anyway, cool. Let's go. Are you guys ready? I'll put it up now. I'll let you all take a look for it for 1 second. Get right in who you think the wrestlers are, and I will start the quiz in about 30 seconds. Can you see it?
Well, I'm actually just promoting your stream on my Discord, so.
Oh, yeah. Bless you,
Yeah.
man. You're telling them we're playing Guess the Wrestler? Or are you telling them you're live now on the Camille podcast?
Yeah, of course.
Rock and roll. Bless you both. You're okay, man. We appreciate good podcasts, man. We certainly do. Right, let's go.
I've decided to join you because you're infuriating me.
Perfect. Oh, Millie will come on. Hawk says Sassy. Here we go. We are getting people commenting now.
Okay, so do you want me to type so that you can still get that chat engagement?
Hell yeah, of course I do.
All right, so
well, it's not actually chat engagement at all. It's because I can't spell.
Oh, is that what it is?
Perfect. Yeah, I can't. I'm so dyslexic, man. There we go. We've got Hawk. We've got Mr. Perfect. We've got Doink the Clown. Of course, it's Doink the Clown. We've got Bret Hart in there. Yes, well done, Dan. We have Yokozuna getting more.
That Dusty Rhodes figure, man. That was like the hardest figure to get in this country.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have many of the?
I had most of these. Yeah.
Did you?
Adam Bomb, I don't think ever got released in this country.
No.
I had the Bushwhackers. I still got the Bushwhackers mint on card upstairs, actually.
Have you, Adam? Yeah. This is going to be easy, isn't it? We're going to get 100% on this. The Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Well done, Sassy.
Crazy how you look at that British Bulldog figure and you compare it to the British Bulldog figure that we had before. Also, so I know a little bit about Hasbro. So that Ric Flair figure that you can see in between Hawk and Papa Shango, it was just what they would often do is they would just use the same bodies and then they would just make a new head. So that's the Rick Rude body with just a Ric Flair head, and they would do that for a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you can see Adam Bomb is just Mr. Perfect.
Basically, yeah. With a bit of different paint, yeah.
Only ones where it's different is Bushwhacker Luke is the only one with that pose. And obviously with the Legion of Doom, they had to do slight changes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. There was one other that was completely different as well. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. Oh, well, there was Dusty Rhodes was the only one with that body type as well.
Look at this. Look at your knowledge. And do you still have them all?
Sadly not.
Oh, man.
Sadly, I had them until very, very recently.
What did you do with them?
So they were in the garage, and the garage got destroyed in a big old storm.
Oh, no, man.
Mate, tens of thousands of pounds worth of stuff. Old gaming consoles, action figures, you name it. Lanny Poffo's not there. I don't know who you're thinking as Lanny Poffo there, Sassy. Tell me who you think is Lanny Poffo out of interest. You got the Berserker as well.
Ric Flair Simmons.
You got Akeem. I don't think you've written Akeem yet. Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, of course.
Akeem,
Rick Steiner.
African Dream. Yeah, we've got the other Steiner.
Repo Man. Another Warlord. Both Warlord figures were actually good. The Warlord LJN figure was good as well.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, on those, I had the other version of Crush, which was the same figure, just a different paint job.
Yeah.
I never saw the Evil. I do know I saw them when they started advertising, but some series they started advertising and prototypes were made, but they never actually got released. So I don't know if that Crush figure got released or not that we can see on there. Don't forget British Bulldog.
Yeah, I've got British Bulldog. Barbarian? Has anyone said Barbarian? Berserker, is it?
Yeah, it's Berserker.
There we go. Well done. Have we got everyone? Oh, no. There's
Papa Shango, yeah.
Papa Shango?
Or Repo Man. Sassy wrote Papa Shango. Someone else might have written Papa Shango earlier as well. But Sassy absolutely did.
Well done. Is that everyone? No, we haven't got Adam Bomb. But I thought I'd
written you did. You got Adam. Oh, you just forgot to write him, got you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I probably wrote him, but probably spelt it wrong because that's what I do. Well done, everyone. Let's go through all of them for those that can't necessarily read on the screen, which I get from. We'll go from top left to across to the bottom. Brett the Hitman Hart, Axe, IRS, Mr. Perfect, The Undertaker, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, Smash, The Mountie, Shawn Michaels, Adam Bomb, Luke, Lex Luger, Doit the Clown, Crush, Tatanka, Rick Steiner, Butch, Akeem, The African Dream, The British Bulldog, Animal, Yokozuna, Scott Skyner, Repo Man, Razor Ramon, The Berserker, Hawk, Ric Flair, Papa Shango, and Warlord. Great job to you guys. You guys did it, not me. Well done, everyone.
The toilet break, our viewers have just dropped because I come on stream.
No, it's not because you come on the stream. I think people have had enough of the quizzes, probably.
Oh no! How can someone? This is great.
Are you enjoying it?
I love quizzes.
It has been fun, hasn't it? We do this every Sunday, man. We just chill out. We just talk about wrestling and stuff. What do you think about The Rock coming back, Dan?
What do I think about it? Well, he's not back, is he? Really? He's just there for he was on last night with Pat McAfee. They were doing their Pat McAfee's podcast earlier in the day, and then they did that. The real question will be whether or not it's really him. We'll know. Will we know come Survivor Series, or will we know? We'll certainly know come the Rumble, I would imagine.
I think we will. I feel like he's back, isn't he? He's not got any work with the writer's strike at the minute, so he's going to WWE. Does anyone know? Does anyone own Moon Belly Kamala? Now that is a figure that's worth a lot, isn't it, Dan?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
We rock. We certainly do. We did real well at that quiz. Thank you all, and well done to everyone. You all did great, man. Cool. Oh, I can't believe it's 12:15 already. This stream has flown by. Just because we're having fun, Dan.
I've just tweeted you.
You just tweeted me? What? Tweeted me out on the thing?
About you.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, are you getting people to come down? I was going to end it. I'm all sweaty. Thanks, man. Bless you. Oh, you've notified. I've got a notification. Do I share it?
What?
Do I share it? Doing wrestling quizzes and what? The lovely guys. Oh, Dan, what a lovely thing to say. I'm going to repost that. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks, love.
So apparently, my daughter was telling me earlier, tweet is now a Zeet, Xeet.
What?
Yeah, something like that.
A Zeet.
Yeah. Something like it's.
Well, they used to say, the kids all say yeet, don't they?
Well, that's for throwing something.
Yeah.
Yeet them.
Yeah, so you could yeet a message to someone, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go. Throw them a message. Unless it's a pay for view, The Rock will not be back, says Tammy Lynn. I guess we see on SmackDown. I tell you what, that SmackDown number is going to be high this week.
Well, you won't see him wrestle for free on TV because that makes no sense. Because you got to remember what happened to making the movie Hercules. When he did the Hercules movie, the whole production got delayed and cost millions of dollars because he got injured wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so it makes no sense to just suddenly have him wrestle on TV. But like, does Roman and Rock make sense for Mania? Too bloody right, it does.
It does. But what if the writer's strike ends earlier than you expect?
That's a great point. Like, I hadn't even considered that maybe he's back now because doing what he's doing because of
the build to Roman and Reigns.
I mean, the thing is, there's loads of stuff that one can do, pre-production planning for everything moving forward.
I don't think it's just him. Cena's back in the WWE as well, by the way.
Yeah, for what is it, 2 months?
Yeah, because there's a writer's strike. There's no movies being made.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that. But I don't think Rock's going to be on TV every. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it makes sense to. For him to suddenly be. Yeah, well, I guess so. I mean, if you can use it, it does make sense, really, doesn't it? If you can use him, do it.
Yeah, I guess so. It's interesting. We had a sort of long discussion about it with Dom at the start of the podcast. It's interesting because. We're all wrestling fans. We're the type of people who search for wrestling content on YouTube. We're not a casual audience. And so The Rock coming back brings back that casual audience, but then it takes time away from everyone else. And we had a lot of talk about...
Everyone's... I hate that whole thing.
Do you?
Like, he brings more right. What does Rock bring? He brings more eyes. Right?
Yes.
What is the whole thing? It's about making the most of your minutes on the platform. Now, obviously, it depends as well on what you're given by writers and everything along those lines.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense to. It's better for everyone with Rock being involved because it's more eyes, more opportunity for you to be seen. And also, if you're one of the people involved in a segment with them, then great. Now people know who you are. It's up to you to be able to deliver in those.
But do you think Austin Theory looks better coming out of that segment because he was in a segment with The Rock?
Yes.
Do you? I disagree.
Well, you can't bring The Rock in and then just have him put everyone over because then he's put no one over.
I agree completely.
It's up to Austin Theory to be able to deliver what he's got in a way that makes people remember. Now, did he necessarily do that? Maybe not, but he did hit Rock first and get some shots on before what happened to him happened. Is there a chance that there are more people know Austin Theory now as a result of what happened? So if they tune in to another episode of SmackDown or Raw or whatever that The Rock turns on, they will go, "Oh, well, I know him because he was in that thing that The Rock did last time."
I don't know. I don't know is the answer, Dan. Dude, when you put in LA Knight and The Rock, which is going to happen, yeah.
Is it?
The Rock, yeah, it will. Yeah, it will.
Did he sign?
He's gonna absolutely demolish LA Knight's push.
Did LA Knight sign?
LA Knight sign with what?
WWE.
Has he not?
Last I heard, he was still in contract negotiations.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll have a lot of negotiations, especially with the.
And I can only go by Fightful, but the last thing that Fightful said was that they were far apart still, WWE and LA Knight. And we know that, Nick Khan has tightened the purse strings. So, and we also know that AEW isn't as hot as what it was.
No.
So like that is a. Are they looking? We know that previously, in previous reports and filings, under threats when they're doing their SWOT analysis, under threats, other wrestling companies, without naming AEW but referring to AEW, was listed in the most recent one. WWE did not list other wrestling companies in the threats category. So whatever they felt about AEW previously, they don't really feel it now.
No. Okay. Well, it's an interesting time for all of wrestling and certainly some changes happening in WWE at the minute. Let's go to
AEW wrestlers are employees? No, they're not. Sassy just saying true, but AEW wrestlers are employees. I'm moving around. When is that? Is that a new thing? Is that a late? Unless that's happened today.
Some wrestlers have had employee contracts, haven't they? There was a whole thing with CM Punk because he had 2 different contracts. Or something.
Yeah, but that's 2 different contracts. That's not an employee. That he had 2 contracts. One was a wrestler. One was an employee.
Right, there we go.
Right, but that is not the same. That is not what everyone else has got.
No,
that is now again. The only reason I know that is because that was what was reported, and evidently is going to be involved in potentially some legal lawsuits and whatnot. But there is that. But that is not how everyone else is. The other wrestlers there are not employees unless they also have an office job. So, in which case they will have 2 contracts. So Daniels, for example, will have. When did Tony Khan say that? I don't believe that is right because I know for a fact because I've got friends there that they are not classed employees. Their wrestling contracts are as self-employed. If any of them else have office jobs there, so for example Christopher Daniels, then they will have a separate contract for that. The 2 will not be one and the same.
Interesting.
If I can say, I know that from a fact from friends of mine who are wrestlers in AEW.
There we go. LMAO, Roman and The Rock with Jay coming in and kicking their asses. That would make me come back to watch the WWE. There we go. Well, it might happen. I don't think you understand. The Rock isn't as liked in the USA as he once was, I think. There's a lot of talk about the tax breaks he's been donating to charity for and stuff like that a lot of people are very upset with at the minute. I to be honest, until I came onto this podcast tonight, though, I knew nothing about that, Dan. Do you have any insight?
Okay, so he's donated, and he's also started off a trend for donating to the for the writers' strike, so that all the people that are currently on strike are getting something, that there's a fund that they can try to claim from, because obviously it's not. And the other thing is, it's not just the writers. My friend is she makes a lot of the clothes for movies and television series, so she's done things like what was the Harry Potter spin-off movies that happened?
Fantastic Beasts.
Yes, so she did that, and she did Bridgerton and all sorts of big. Well, she obviously isn't working in film and television at the moment, so she's currently had to go on to theatre. So she's doing theatre at the moment, but there's only so many jobs. Do you know what I mean? That's around. So there's a lot of people in those departments that are also out of work. The Rock donated. The Rock was the first person to donate, and I believe he donated $1 million. And then while doing it, he encouraged other actors to do so. And other actors have come forward. And there's been multiple actors that have all donated $1 million or more. So, which is a really good thing. So if he's going to get a tax break, because that is legally what you're able to, you do get tax breaks for charitable donations. And why not? What would you prefer? That's my take. So anyone that's got any problems with the idea of The Rock, getting a tax break, well, that's what the system is. Anybody else that does charitable donations, they'll also get that same tax break, and good for The Rock as well to be in the first person to step forward. Whether or not he did it for PR purposes after all of the horrible PR that came out from the Black Adam movie and everything else that followed that, doesn't matter realistically, because what matters is what did happen, and his donation led to more millionaires making $1 million donations, and that's what's needed at a time when people are struggling to pay bills.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I only, this is the first time I've heard about it on stream, so no, you are right though. No unions in wrestling, hooray, says Titan the Heel. With the face, I think there are unions in wrestling. Dan owns a wrestling promotion who's on stream with me right now called Pro Wrestling Eve. And they are equity recognized, which is the UK's, what's it called in the US? It's basically the UK's versions of
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG, yeah. So they are absolutely recognized by the union. And actually, I had a really good chat with Dan on one of his live streams, and where he pointed to me where you can see the wrestlers' contracts that they use in Pro Wrestling Eve, not anyone in particular's contract, but the contract template they use, as well as their guidance at work as well, and stuff like that, a code of conduct almost that you've got on your website now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, nothing's hidden. So you want to. Our contracts are up there, which are our basic contracts. You've got our terms and conditions. You've got everything there is. Our dignity at work policy. All of that is up there, because why should if you don't want people to see it, then there's obviously you're doing something dodgy with your workers. I've got no problem with it.
It's a big thing that you've got that. I mean, we're constantly talking about how there's no unions in wrestling, and that's partly because the big two, AEW and WWE, have no union within the wrestling. But your company is proving that it can work, and not only that, it can work for both you as a promoter, but also for your talents as employees.
Well, if people don't want it, then that tells you everything, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
If people don't actually want their things to be seen,
do you think
then that means that they don't. That means they're hiding something.
1PW was equity recognized.
Was it?
Do you think it was?
I don't think so. I would imagine that, and I would imagine that Equity have got some 1PW casework right now.
I would suspect so too. True, but AW. So this is what Sassy was saying. It was a year. It was Tony Khan had said it a year ago. That's for the info then. So Tony Khan is saying employees. So maybe there's some confusion in what Tony Khan said, or he's directed in the wrong way during his statement. More than likely.
Yeah, because that's not accurate in the slightest.
There we go. I have a problem with him being employed with the Entertainment Industry Foundation and getting paid with donations like Oprah, and to give a donation to get something back that little people like me can't get back. Also,
do we know for sure that he is getting it?
I suppose it's whether he's. The thing is, if he's giving to a charity that's supporting people within the entertainment industry, he wouldn't be on the case of needing for help. So it'll be a grant that you can apply for. That's what the donations will go towards, a grant that you can apply for. And he's not. I wouldn't assume he's going to donate and then apply for the grant. Do you suspect that's how that works then?
I mean, I would just assume that just because you're entitled to something doesn't mean that you would take it.
Yeah.
You know, so it would kind of be set. It'd be defeating the point. Do we know for sure? Like, do we know for sure that he is taking it?
But Sammy says you can't give 25k to get a tax write-off. You could, but you'd be giving 25k to charity. I'd assume.
I mean, I couldn't tell. Like, I don't know enough about the US tax system.
No.
I'd have to do research on that. So, but I do know enough from when I have watched YouTubers have to go through this, that, and the other. And I do know as well from speaking from speaking to various wrestlers that you can write off charitable donations.
Right.
But I don't know if there's a minimum amount.
No.
So or whatnot. But
he is
like I say, my question would be more is just because he is able to, do we know for sure that he is? There's lots of us that are able to do things. Doesn't mean that we do.
Yeah. We don't. And getting paid $3 million a year. I don't know. I don't know his relationship with the board, but I suspect if he's given to the charity, which is then offering grants to people, I'd assume he's not going to then apply for the grant. But
unless you're saying that he, as someone that works for the charity,
employed,
his salary is $3 million a year,
coming out of that, yeah,
and that's out of that, then I would say that's
wrong. Yeah,
and I think that's a broader problem in general with charities. I mean, we've had this before with anything that we've seen over here as well with big charities. To that, we've seen big charities over here. Suddenly come out that their managing director is on, $750,000 or $1 million or something like that, and people are like, well, that ain't right, because then how much of the money that I'm sending to this charity is actually going to those people?
Well, when I was, here's a story for you. I was living in Nottingham many years ago, and I went to work for an organisation. I was working as an actor at the time, so I had very sporadic work. And one of the jobs I went for was an advertising thing, and I was told it was on the street giving away cans of Coke to people, free PR for companies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I went for my training and did my training at the office, and then went out on the job. And I went out on the job, and I had to knock door to door to sell them the Red Cross. So I'd sell people to buy into the Red Cross.
We'll come to that in a second, Rishab.
Absolutely. And so out of the donation, I was asking for £120 for a yearly donation. Yep. Out of that donation, I received my cut of that, which was £20 per donation. The company received another £40. The person I worked for, who was my boss, which I could work up to if I got enough donations, got £10 of that. And then their offices got another £30. And that's before it even goes to the charity and the heads of there who are getting stuff out. I did one day on it. I knocked into a couple of doors. I sold someone a thing. And then I said to that person, you can't buy this because I'm stealing your money and you expect this to go to charity, and I will not do it. So I walked off the job right then and there.
Yeah, no, I get that completely.
So just be
And
careful.
that's the thing. That is a problem with all of those big kind of charities.
Big charities, yeah.
Why it's good to give direct to the individuals where possible.
Absolutely,
or just do some research on the charities. Like I know Big Issue is a very good charity.
Yeah, or go to your local breakfast bar, and there might be a kid whose parents have put a sign up there saying they need help buying a wheelchair for the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to give to a charity? There you go. That's the one.
Give to your local food bank.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Or the homeless centers as well. You know, there's I give to the homeless center in Hull. And so when homeless people ask me for money on the street, of which I don't know where that money is going to go, and I don't know any addictions that them people have, and I've had many talks with people who are homeless. I've went and sat and had a cup of tea with a couple on the night when they was doing some spice under a bridge, and basically said, and they were complaining about sausage rolls because they're fed up of getting sausage rolls all the time. And how the money that they give them they're going to spend on spice. So the money I give to the local homeless charity, they're able to get a night's kip if they are behaved. If they are on drugs and going to be potentially a risk to the members of staff, then they are not allowed in. But that is a decision that they have to make.
No, that's true. Yeah, there's all those things. I think that's yeah, there's a lot. If you're prepared to put the research in, and even then, it's not really a lot of research, is it?
No.
I've just suddenly realised. Oh no, I'll tell you about it. Yeah.
Okay, man. I need to talk to you later as well. That's awesome. Great work, Dan, says Titan. It certainly is being open as a company. And Dan, I think if you look back at the history of people wanting to rework with Dan, including Jamie Hayter, wanting to come back and work for Dan, I think it says a lot about Dan as an employer. He's getting paid $30 million. I don't have 25k to give, but I can give a 1k, but you've got to give at least 25k to get the tax write-off. Right, really? I didn't know there was a minimum. I don't know enough about it, Newstown. I really appreciate you bringing that information to us, though, today. Rishab Sabwal, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Thoughts on the Mysterios versus Santos title? I don't know anything about it, brother. I'm the wrong
one. Damn it! Because I was really hoping you'd be able to carry me through this part, because I also don't know anything about it.
I'll be honest,
I don't really watch. So I follow the business, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that I watch, because there is so much wrestling, and obviously I run a wrestling company. So my priorities go to the people that I'm going to be working with. Now, obviously, I've got friends in WWE, I've got friends in AEW, so I will see what my friends do. And to be honest with you, I will more than likely watch an AEW show over a WWE show. Does that necessarily mean that I think AEW is better than WWE? No, not necessarily. It's just more that there are more matches that are going to be more designed for what my personal taste in wrestling is. And also, I generally feel that wins and losses mean more in AEW than they do in WWE. And I'm a big believer in the importance of wins and losses. So, like, there's only so much wrestling I can watch, but I do follow the business. I do keep up with all the news stories and everything that is occurring with regards to WWE. The main thing that I would say, coming across, seeing that Santos versus Mysterio, what a great opportunity for Santos.
Yeah, absolutely. So I assume that's NXT, and I assume, like, you followed NXT a couple of years ago. I have no doubt.
In the good days, yes.
In the black and gold days,
class as the good days. Yes.
I think everyone classes it as
anyone that watches it now and enjoys.
Yeah, and also you had knowing who you know and who you've worked with. There was a couple of people that you were friends with in that promotion at the time as well.
Yes.
But NXT has become something different now, and what a lot of it is really sort of bringing up that homegrown talent as well now. So it kind of less interest to you because you're not necessarily going to have access to them talents to promote yourself, are you? Your Tiffany Strattons, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to be working with them. They're already signed, so they're not my priority.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas, like, earlier on, we did a stream where our channel members could channel members and super chatters are able to tell us what, are able to super chat or recommend, if they're a channel member, like what matches we should be watching of upcoming talent. Because after all, they are our channel members. They are literally paying towards these shows happening. So therefore, I feel that our channel members have the right to put recommendations for for wrestlers that we should be looking at. So we watched a whole bunch on stream tonight of matches of talent that I hadn't seen before. And we did this is the second week that we've done it. Sorry?
How are you getting away with that on YouTube?
They're all YouTube friendly matches.
Okay, cool. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's okay. So obviously I'm not monetizing those videos. Because that's not mine, but we're able to stream it. It's the equivalent, and so we watched those, and from the first one that we did, there's already been one wrestler that I've already reached out to.
Oh, really?
Cool. Yeah, no, absolutely. Cool. So already one wrestler and I from the stream that was recommended to me by our viewers, one of those wrestlers has already had me reach out to them about bringing them into Eve. And on tonight's show, I saw several wrestlers that I hadn't seen before. And I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye watching. Purely because of the fact that, the Eve channel members and our Eve super chatters recommended that I watch these people. And they're the people that are going to get the priority.
Yeah, your consumers of your product who enjoy your product enough to donate.
Exactly. They're the people that are doing so. So it only makes sense that they're the people that I listen to. I mean, there's a couple really exciting. One match that really impressed me was from the Reality of Wrestling promotion featuring Promise Braxton and Gigi Ray. And it was the first time I'd seen either of those. I'd possibly seen Promise Braxton do some dark work for AEW. But it was the first time I'd really seen them, perform properly. And I was, really impressed with their match. And then another wrestler from Pro Wrestling Wave called Kohaku. Ironically, the match of theirs was actually for the Eve International Championship. Look, I don't even get to watch all the championship matches in my own promotion. So that tells you how busy I am. But it's for the Eve International Championship that happened for Pro Wrestling Wave in Japan with you against Kohaku. And again, really impressed with Kohaku. I can see exactly why they gave them an Eve International Championship match. And all three of those have gone onto my, little list.
Yeah. Do you have a book, Dan, or is it just post-its everywhere?
It's a little notepad on my desktop.
Nice. Am I in your notepad anywhere?
No, but you are in my WhatsApps. You're in my DMs.
I get in your DMs, baby.
Exactly.
Tom Talks Rubbish has joined us. Welcome, Tom. If you haven't followed Tom, go check him out. He's been doing work with Fightful Select at the minute, Fightful Overbooked. Do go check him out. He's doing really good stuff at the minute. And there are interviews with me, Dom, and multiple others on that channel. All great. I love being here. All things wrestling. Oh, yeah, says Rashad. But, mate, you rock. For charity, you can write off 20 to 60% depending on your income. Right. Okay, cool. I've collected, I suppose, but the rules will be very different in the US versus UK anyway. I've collected 1K so far, and I wouldn't ask for nothing back or be paid. It's out the kindness of my heart. Then people lost everything, and I don't think I need anything from money to give to them. Right. Okay. Write-offs have to be approved. There are guidelines. There are limits to how much you can donate. There's no limits. I suppose the limits will be based on what you can donate to be tax-free, I think is what Sassy will mean there. So there is no limit what you can give $1 billion if you can. Yeah, but if you was to give $1 billion, it wouldn't necessarily be tax-free. There'll be a limit to the amount, I'd assume. I've been working with a 51c3 for 35 years. I know a lot about them. Cool. And never got paid 1 cent. Don't want to be paid. Fair enough. New laws were passed that set limits through Biden's administration will start 2024. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting conversation between Tammy and Sassy there.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of stuff that not a lot of us are going to know a great deal about, especially being UK based.
Yeah, unless we have to go away and research it. Yeah,
absolutely.
You clearly have. Yeah, good.
Rashab saying the people's elbow was too hilarious.
It was good. It was a big pop, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did watch the video, and the thing is, it's like I think it was News Now, Tammy Lynn Lynn saying that The Rock's not particularly popular over here in the US. The volume of YouTube views and the pop, I would say, is ultimately, look, you only need to look at Donald Trump, right? Cult of personality. And ultimately, you can get away with many, many things, and people will still tune in and watch you. Hell, that's the reason why, videos, documentaries, and all sorts on serial killers are so popular. Realistically, should they be? If we're talking about, from a morality aspect, maybe not, but they are. And I'm going to put my hand up and say I'm one of those people that has several YouTube subscriptions to some, tremendous, YouTube channels that include the actual footage of them being interrogated, and they've got, experts studying the body language of the suspects. And hey, I'm one of those guys. Should I be? Well, I'm fascinated by those kind of things, and the content's out there. So is there a morality issue there? Is there something that I'm, separating? Am I, putting my love for knowledge and learning above that of a morality guidelines? Yeah, maybe I am.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So just looking at the SmackDown WWE numbers, the split off the Rock segment into several segments,
naturally,
including but they've also put on the full segment of him dismantling Austin Theory, a 13-minute video that has 3.8 million views. The Rock comes face to face with Cena has 1.7 million views, as well as another Rock comes face to face with Cena, but the hugging in that thumbnail as a highlight video has 1.3 million views, and the Rock dishing out a people's elbow has 300,000 views. The closest one to that any of them is AJ Styles helps John Cena repel an attack from Jimmy Uso, which has 900,000 views. So I think there we can see that. And we know a lot of people are consuming WWE via YouTube as well now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's you don't have to watch a full show, and there's the numbers right there. Well, but it's true. I do it if I'm going to watch WWE. I'm not going to watch a show. I'm more than likely but that might be because of our time zone as well. I'm more than likely going to catch up with the segments that I'm being told I need to watch by YouTube.
Yeah,
LMAO, and if you seen where I lived, I don't get paid from I don't know what the 501c3. I don't know what that means, Tammy. I live in a camper trailer on 10 acres of land that my family gave me. Nice. Well, as long as you're happy, Tammy, that's all that matters. He's losing popularity is what I mean when it comes to The Rock. I think the numbers, he might be losing popularity, but I mean, he's certainly more popular right now than John Cena and AJ Styles, according to the WWE numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's still, end of the day, you can lose when you are that, if you are, let's try to put this in numbers, right? If you are popular to the tune of 1 billion and you lose 20% of your popularity, you are still popular to the tune of 800 million. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to put it into I'm trying to quantify it.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, you are still extremely popular. You might not have been at your most popular.
Absolutely.
But you are still extremely popular.
For me, it's my line of work with crime. I'm fascinated by it all as well. I worked with a great lady called Emma Kenny, who does a fantastic British podcast, who breaks down a lot of criminals, and she worked as a behavioral psychologist for a while. Fantastic podcast. Check her out. Give her a whole year. And she put me onto some really sick stuff. And again, you it's like when I watched the Dharma thing. Like I watched the Dharma thing, and then I'll sit and watch a 2-hour footage from the actual sort of court case at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be fascinated by it. Be fascinated by the people involved, etc. The only reason The Rock, in my opinion, is getting that many views is the new markets, and people need to get caught up. But even if that is the case, he's still getting them views.
Yeah, what the reason is doesn't mean jack.
Yeah.
Like, again, how much? Look at the views that car crashes and things. Do you know what I mean? Like, why does the news follow a car chase?
Yeah.
You know, we know the reason why. That how many actual important things to life, you know, stories out there aren't getting covered by the news versus how many bullshit stories that are getting plenty of coverage by the news. It's the same. It doesn't really matter what it's ultimately what the numbers doesn't make it right. To be clear,
no,
we're not. But you know, facts don't care about whether you think it's whether you know how your feelings are, as they say. Facts don't care about your feelings. And sometimes that's a brutal thing for us to have to focus and be aware of because it's so true.
It certainly is. Right, I think we're going to end the stream with a quiz because we can. How does that sound? Let's move away from crime and The Rock and charities, and let's just do a silly action quiz. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
The tax deductibilization, and if your name is on the paperwork, you can write off any money given on taxes. Right, thank you so much for all your information, Tammy. I do appreciate it, and for Sassy for all yours as well, and just providing insight into me. I hadn't really thought about this before coming into the stream at all. Well, I said in the USA. True, Dan. Right, let's do a funny, an action figure one. Which one are we going to look at now? So we've done the 90s. We've got wrestlers action figures 2, 80s.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, we've done that one. We've done that one. I think we did that. We must have done one. Right.
What about 90s action figures too?
There's not a 90s action figures. Well, I'm going through them now, but this website, man, because it loads up loads of ads, it's like all over the place. I've got loads of Ruthless Aggression ones, so we could do a Ruthless Aggression one. If not, TNA Impact Wrestling Toy Biz action figures, ECW action figures, FTC Rising Stars of Wrestling action figures. What do you fancy? What do you fancy, Dan? What do people fancy?
I'd say ECW because it's just going to be harder.
Yeah, going to be some weird action figures in there.
Yeah, I bet there is.
USA, not the world. Cool. Let's have a look and see what it's like. Yeah, that's all readable. My God, these action figures. Oh, my word.
Come on,
this
show
is
me.
Great. I can't show you, Dan. I can't show you. I can show you. Let's go. Guys, they are the action figures in there right now. If you want to name the action figure, write it down in chat. These are all ECW stars, and there's some interesting action figures there. Mate, okay. It's so weird. Sassy wants Ruthless Aggression or TNA. I'll tell you what, Sassy, for you, we'll do TNA straight after this, okay?
Okay, do you want me to type or not? Because I know every single one of them.
Do you really?
I do.
I don't know. Maybe leave it, Dan.
Maybe I don't do this one.
Maybe you don't do this one. Maybe you can do the TNA one. That might be harder. Bye, Titan. Thanks for joining.
Do you know what? Actually, no, I do know who that is. I do know who that is. Maybe row 5 across 3 down. I don't know if I necessarily know who that is.
I haven't got a clue on this. I hope there's people here that will help in chat. Maybe you will end up helping because I'm knackered. Right, we're gonna start playing now. Get your names in chat. Who are these action figures? Cool. So we've got, is that Bully Ray?
You got Bully Ray there. I see my good friend Balls Mahoney, the late great Balls Mahoney, on first. Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah, you're gonna have to write him, man. There we go. I got it. Balls Mahoney. Tommy Dreamer. Good one. Well done, Sassy. Devon. Yes, Devon is there. Certainly is.
Chris Candido.
Why is Devon Dudley not come up? Was it Devon? Yes, it was. Chris.
Steve Carino. Sabu. Emily, you can talk.
Are you kicking off in trivia?
Of course I am.
Yeah,
Is he what? Is he showing off
some trivia?
Mate, he just comes in just to show off. That's all he bloody does.
Did
He's
you
like,
hear
let me
that?
on your stream. Let me on your stream. I want to show off to everyone that I know what everyone is. And now you're the only person writing in chat because they're just like, oh, leave him to it. The kid needs
Good shirt in that picture.
It's a good shirt.
Yeah, his
crazy.
trivia brain is so good. We love your trivia brain, Daniel.
You
could just remember like normal things though.
If I could do normal things.
Yeah, like making appointments.
There was an absolute dig right there, Emily, and I love
the
it.
rubbish out.
I always do the bloody rubbish.
I mean, every day.
Yes.
This is great.
We do. Even with a fractured foot, I've been bloody doing it.
Good man.
Exactly.
You're a good man.
This is awesome. We've got a bloody Emily cameo.
There we go.
Mate, I'm trying to write at the same time, and I can't freaking spell out. All right, which is the only reason you're writing them in. Well done, Sassy Sandman. Big Show. There's no Big Show there. I think that's Balls Mahoney.
Yeah, there's one that's like 3 across, 4 down, and I'm like, who the bloody hell is that?
Supernova, Shane.
Because it looks like a cross between Balls Mahoney and Sabu.
Right? Yeah, I agree.
That's
but
Raven.
That's Sabu there. I know it does. I know that looks more like Sabu than that looks like Sabu, right?
How do you know that was because
Because I know. Yeah, but I don't know who that is.
Oh, is that one down?
Who's that? Kid Cash, I think that is.
He's going to write it again, even though he's already wrote it. Did not make a. No, it's not Kid Cash. It's not coming. Oh, no, I'm writing it in the wrong thing. That's why. Damn it! What an idiot! No, Kid Cash not coming up.
That's disgusting.
Who the hell?
Is it K? If it's K, no, it's still not coming up. It's not Eddie Guerrero, is it?
They never did an Eddie Guerrero figure, no.
No,
because he was WWE, so they didn't have to. Oh my God, that's Raven.
Yeah, I put Raven.
You don't know that was Shane Douglas down.
I did. I said that was Shane Douglas. Look,
okay.
That was me that wrote it up there. Look.
Oh, good for you. Good for
I'm trying to figure out who the guy that looks like Triple H isn't or is.
Mike Awesome. I haven't written that one.
No, you have. You've already got him.
Have I?
Yeah, we're missing 5 across, 3 down.
That one.
Yeah.
And we're missing
the end of that. I'm missing the bald dude as well here.
That looks like
yeah.
It does look like not Eddie Guerrero. You're absolutely right.
And not
Oh mate, I can't spell Eddie Guerrero.
It's not Eddie Guerrero. They never did an ECW figure of him. Trying to think.
Frustration coming out on the stream.
And that's like Triple Jericho.
Triple Jericho.
Triple Jericho.
It is like Triple Jericho. It's Ginger Jericho.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I can't think who the hell.
The New Jack action figure is cool.
It's not Axel Rotten. Jerry Lynn. It should be Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn. There we go. It's Jerry Lynn. Congrats.
But I don't know who the hell that one 5 across, 3 down is.
And who's the bald dude? Who is this guy?
Who? Who's who? You've got everyone.
No, 3 down, 2 across.
3 down, 2. Just Incredible. I wrote him earlier.
Well, of course you wrote him earlier. I know you wrote him earlier, but I'm not going to go through all your bloody comments just to see who it is. There we go. It's going to come up in 7 seconds, Dan.
No, it's not Tajiri. It's Tajiri, isn't it? It's bloody Tajiri.
Oh, mate, I can't spell Tajiri.
Tajiri.
Well done, but you said it when it was like 5 seconds left, and like my brain can't.
No, that's not my problem that you slow.
Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We'll do a TNA one for you.
Yeah, Sassy said a TNA one. This will be a lot harder on me.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna know any of them. I'm garbage at this wrestling, like that's why I have a podcast. Let's go.
That Jerry Lynn one looked more like bloody Triple H.
Well, you got them all. Well played.
Well, how's that Raven?
Yeah, no, I didn't get Raven. You
And
got
the jacket,
Raven.
The jacket should have made it obvious.
Yeah,
we
that's.
should.
He just looked like a vampire. It's like, ooh,
look at the Tommy Dreamer figure. That's so bad.
But weirdly easily identifiable.
Yeah, no, it was easily. All right, so this
This is TNA.
Oh Christ!
Oh God, can you? How many viruses are you downloading? Okay, cool. Let's go.
Is that Raven and Jeff Jarrett? No.
I think that's Bobby Roode there, and I think that's Jeff
Right.
Jarrett.
I think I'm going to start it. So,
Alex
guys,
Shelley.
get ready in the comments. Write down who you think it is before Dan steals them all, because you know what he's like.
No one likes playing with you.
No one does like
No
fun.
one. Everyone's taken the balls and gone home.
Yeah, there was before I started, there was 15 people watching. It's 6.
Oh man, you ruin it. See, we had the problem with Tetris on the bloody PS because he just wrecked the scoreboard and none of us could get close anymore. He pulled an all-nighter.
Oh,
We went to
no,
bed.
you didn't, Dan.
He did. Me and the kids were on the scoreboard there, and then we came down and he just destroyed it.
At
one point, I was in the top 100 players in the world of, was it Chime? Or something, which is a Tetris.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
There was another game that I was like within the top X amount. That was a big game that I was in the top like players in the world of. But it was that same kind of games, by the way. It's not like your Halos or anyone like your big modern day games. It's your puzzle solving games. Yeah,
platform. Yeah. That's not
the Monster Abyss.
Right, we're gonna go with this. Yeah, Sassy's got a couple there, so I can start. So Sassy's getting a few now with them.
Oh, I forgot about Saban. Yeah.
Abyss,
bottom right is that Canadian guy whose name I've forgotten.
Not Eminem.
Eric, is it Eric Young?
Young
Eric Young.
Bobby Lashley.
Pope Elijah Burke is definitely as Pope this time. Monty Brown looks like
it's not Bobby Lashley.
No, Monty Brown.
Monty Brown. Yeah, there you go.
Pope.
James Storm. James Storm isn't in there. Pope.
Chris Harris.
Chris Harris.
Is that for real? Not just
That's a negative.
Really? Bobby Young. Bobby Roode, I meant to say. I said Bobby Young. I combined Bobby Young and Bobby Roode and Eric Young. Created Bobby Young or Eric Roode. Don't actually type these names. This is me.
What are you telling me to do? You're just giving me freaking names. Just tell me the name of the person. Skipper, thank you, sir.
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode, thank you.
Roode.
You're getting real stressed out with my dyslexia.
It might be Robert Roode, actually, where he was.
Alex Shelley.
Chris Sabin. Mr. Kennedy.
EY. There we go. Mr. Kennedy. Negative.
Eric Young.
Yes, Sassy got Eric Young. Well played.
Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Mate, I've got fat fingers. All right.
That's the live stream. That's the delayed stream.
Right.
Ron Killins.
Yeah. Mate, it's got to be Robert Roode.
Well done.
How is that
Robert? I don't think I've done Robert Roode yet.
Sounds like Raven when he did that.
No, why? How? If you why are you spelling Robert Roode?
Because
I don't bloody because I'm dyslexic, man. Stop. This is my disability, right? Leave me be. Kevin Nash.
You do it to me. You're mean to dyslexic people, Dan.
Absolutely, he is, isn't he? He is.
I have a form of dyslexia, so is it
now he's showing off with his form of dyslexia.
That's true.
Christian Cage, thank you, Sports Pool, and welcome, my friend.
Jeff Jarrett.
That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
Yeah, no, you said that straight away.
Sorry, it's because you're
interested it down. You're a woman, and I don't know if you know this.
I never said that, you prick.
Especially dyslexic women.
Dyslexic women, he hates them, actually.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
I've heard the rumours.
Who the fuck is 3 across on 4 down?
3 across is AJ
and
Styles.
4 across and 3 down.
Is it not that guy who's now in AEW who I watched like a 4-way and forgot he existed?
I have no idea. Maybe.
what's his name?
I don't know because I have no idea. I'd never got that was
Okay.
Christian.
He he came out at AEW, I think, oh my god.
Well done, Sports Ball, for saying Christian because I'd have never fucking got that.
Yeah.
Sam
Looks nothing like him.
No, that looks like Christian if he
No. Oh.
had less IQ.
Raven, where do you think Raven is?
Christian.
Yeah, I thought that was Raven as well.
I thought that was
Jeff
Chris
Jarrett.
Harris or James Storm.
There is, no, that could have been Raven, but no, it's not. I know which one you're saying now. No, it's not Raven.
Right, it is. Oh god,
We've got a minute and something left. Who the fuck? Chris Sabin. You ain't typed in Sabin yet, mate.
Sabin. There we go.
Spot on.
Yeah, go on, me. Yeah, spell something right. Let's go. There's only 5 letters, but I did it.
Ring of Honor so much.
I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out who 1 and 2.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out who 1 and 2 are. Who the fuck? Because that
Lance Archer.
Lance Archer, mate.
Oh, mate, I'm typing into the.
Who the hell is that below Alex Shelley?
Oh, Lance Hoyt is the 3rd one across.
Where? Who? What? Where?
The 2nd row, 3rd one down is Lance Hoyt. Jeff Hardy.
Okay. Petey Williams? Is that Pete? Not Petey Williams there?
Jeff Hardy.
Next to Monty Brown?
Is that the man with the intense face?
No.
Petey Williams.
Yeah, Petey.
Petey. Petey Williams. No, but at the end of the row, in the robe, is Petey Williams. And that is it.
Fuck off, is that Petey Williams?
No.
That is Robert Roode.
That's his ring jackety thing that he wore though for a while.
No, fuck off. That's
No, it is.
Robert. I'm typing it in. I've got to search TNA action figure.
Well done, Spot. You've all got Jay Lethal. It was just out of time, though. Let's go across from left to right on who they are. It's Jay Lethal. That looks nothing like Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah, that is who you were thinking of, admittedly. Yeah, I get it.
Thank you, Dan. See, he just doesn't.
Chase Stevens, well, no wonder I didn't fucking think who that is.
He doesn't. He ignores you because of your dyslexia, Emily. That's what it is.
It is. Everyone's just
Sod off is essentially that's Loki.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, shut up. That's not.
That is not Loki. We fucking know Loki.
All right, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt. That is not Sanjay Dutt.
Where's Sanjay?
That next to Jay Lethal.
Oh
Christ Almighty, that is not.
Dirty.
They so did him dirty.
They really did. AJ Styles looks like Hasselhoff.
I think he looks like Matt Stryker.
I think they were asked to describe him instead of them sending a photo, and they went. Yeah, no, it's like they went. He's an American man, and they were like saying them all. And
he's an American man covered in Vaseline.
He's a shiny American man.
We have Abyss, Christopher Daniels, well done everyone, Ron Killings, Samoa Josa, Lance Hoyt, Christian Cage, Alex Shelley, Monty Brown, Matt Bentley.
So Matt Bentley is Shawn Michaels' cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He shit out on the gene pool, didn't he? According to that, he looks like Ron Perlman's son.
Shawn did actually work him for his home promotion.
Oh, really?
Back when Shawn was running his own promotion called Texas Wrestling Academy. Yeah, Shawn did actually work him on it, but
cool. Insight.
Like you say, so he was all right. Sadly, as best I can say.
No, not the superstar that Michaels was.
No.
We then have Chase Stevens. It's the
Raven.
It looks more like
also not Chris Harris.
Not Chris Harris.
Or James Storm.
No.
Fucking Chase Stevens.
P.T. Williams is there. Alex Skipper, Chris Sabin, Senshi.
Bollocks is that P.T. Williams. Bollocks is that Loki.
They literally just gave him the jacket. And that's good enough.
They've probably made it as Robert Roode and then sold it as something else because he left.
They're like, he's
Bobby
Canadian.
Roode is at the bottom.
I want to know.
Where's Bobby Roode? We did get Bobby Roode. He's at the bottom. And
what?
Eric Young. That doesn't look anything like Robert Roode.
Oh, no, I can see that as Bobby Roode. Yeah, I can.
Okay. I'm watching TNA. And Eric Young, who looks very pale there.
Oh, God, that is Pete. So we've just brought it up. Oh, Christ. Terrible.
Well done, everyone. We got 15 out of 20. The average score is 53. The Hulomaniacs got 75. I think that's a perfect way to end the stream. Thank you so much.
I disagree. One more.
No, one more.
Oh God, do we have to? Right.
Yes.
If we get I want a cigarette. If we get a
that's because it's so satisfying to get it right. That's why you need a cigarette.
If not, Emily and Dan are going to bed. Going to bed. Lance Hoy is Lance Archer.
Hot off the back of some more success.
Exactly.
Bobby Roode and Eric Young are okay. Well, I think the only other ones we've got to do are Ruthless Aggression ones, by the way.
Good luck to us on those.
What one?
Ruthless Aggression era. Me and you barely fucking.
Oh, there's FTC, Rising Stars of Wrestling action figures.
What was Ruthless Aggression?
Ruthless Aggression era is like late 2000s.
We can do it.
I know Joey Janela. That's all I'd know from the FTC ones.
Do Ruthless Aggression era. Yes, that's you on screen. Look. So technically, you have got Emily on screen as well.
Yeah.
I do. Emily and Jan.
Look
at you nerd.
Stop. I'm cool. I just need.
You got cool mohawk, but look at you. You're all.
I just need to be able to see, Dan.
Look at you. You're all proud of me, so whatnot in that shot. Look, you're all happy.
Because you're lovely.
Bloody.
She wasn't happy for you. She was happy for Emmy.
Yeah.
She was impressed with my mic skills.
Did you teach Emily everything she knows now, Dan?
I did.
Like the opening act of like Linkin Park. You look that kind of era. You know?
Oh, mate, you do.
You
do.
Nice hat. Yeah.
You look like Chester Bennington's dad, is what you look like. I popped myself. Very good.
I sound like him as well.
In the end, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I sound like him. Well, I sounded like him when I fell over and broke my ankle.
I bet. I bet, man.
I hit the notes then. All right. Okay. I actually know some of these. I recognize 1, 2. I think.
Hi, Emily says Sassy. Sassy is our wonderful moderator who says hi, Emily, to you, Sass. Hello. John Cena versus Kurt Angle. Their first meeting was the best ever episode of Ruthless Aggression, says Tammy Lynn. There we go.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, no, I recognize some of these.
That looks like Lana.
That's that lady.
It's not.
Cherry. That's Cherry. That's Cherry. Yeah. That's Maria.
Oh, and that's Undertaker's wife.
Yeah.
Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool. Yeah. I want to say Sarah.
Right, people are starting to write stuff in, so let's get to it. We've got 5 minutes. Let's see how many.
We should play our own game of like how many people on screen have we worked with when we were doing these which is also so weird. You see that action figure there? We know them. Could we have one for free?
Who else? The time started, Dan. You're missing out. Michelle McCool.
All right, so guys, who's
Cherry.
Yeah, John Morrison, Johnny Nitro. He might be on that.
It's like bloody Greg.
What, in WWE?
Yeah, but he might be classed as Johnny Nitro at that point, not John Morrison. It's hard to say.
Greg, right?
Part of what's hard of this is knowing what character they were doing. Kenny Dykstra?
No, it's just hard to spell. That's all that's hard, Dan. No, I can't spell Johnny. You're knackered. Arthur, thank you.
Right in the names.
Kenny Dykstra.
Sort him out. R-Truth is not in there. Chavo Guerrero? Yep. Chavo Guerrero is not.
Jillian Hall.
Yeah.
Some of these guys, are they were there? I think that's Vladimir Kozlov.
That's Mr. Kennedy, right?
I think that's Hardcore
Kenny's
Holly.
not coming up. Finley. Finley's not coming up. Johnnny.
Are you? I think that's Guido. Annunzio.
John Morrison. Nope. What?
He's a cowboy.
Yeah, I'm wondering. That's not Jesse, is it? No. I'm trying to remember who the hell. So the guy that was in JBL's cabinet. The guy that was in JBL's cabinet, but I've forgotten his name.
You're not smashing this one at all.
I've written a bunch.
Okay.
Have you written Kenny? Oh, that's Kid Cash. Have you written Kenny Dykstra?
Yeah, didn't come up.
What? Okay, so which other members of the Spirit Squad were there? Have you done Kenny? Have you done Kid Cash?
I think so.
Who's that?
Yeah, Kid Cash is there.
So what other?
I swear to God, that's Greg Burridge right there.
That is not Greg Burridge.
No, look at his
but
face.
I can
though.
see why you would say that.
Orlando Jordan.
There we go.
Well done.
Ted DiBiase.
I put Ted DiBiase, but it didn't come up.
Ah. Nunzio? Did you write Nunzio?
I don't know. Guerrero, Chava.
All I'm looking at.
Nunzio is Nunzio.
Chava Guerrero's not coming up. Nunzio, Gillian Hall, I haven't put in.
Oh, you're all right. Just went under Gillian.
Yeah, very good. Nunzio, no, I haven't written that. I remember that one because.
Not expert.
Why is it doing this? Bob Backlund, no. Bob Backlund.
Who the hell was in the Spirit Squad? Come on, guys. Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, but he wasn't called Dolph Ziggler then, was he? Oh, did you type in just Kenny?
Yeah.
God, what were the other guys' names in the bloody Spirit Squad?
Nikki was Dolph Ziggler. Chris Masters. Nope.
Christ
has not come up.
Val Venus.
He's got a large.
V-E-N-I-S. Yeah.
Did you just? How do you spell penis then?
Well, you spelt it wrong earlier.
Did I?
Yeah, you put V-E-N-U-S.
No, Cody Rhodes isn't in there.
That's not Bob. That's not Bob Ray, is it?
Yeah, might be.
Looks.
They made him mad hench.
Nope.
That
does look like Bob Backlund. I know you're on about that at the end.
That looks like
oh shit!
Maven,
oh Christ! I know the guy. I can't fucking remember. I know who that person on the far right, and he wrestles in Mexico now. Above Cowboy, whoever the fuck.
Who's the guy that came out with John Cena when he's rapping that guy with the headband on the bottom?
Oh, B something, wasn't it? B squared. Bull Buchanan, but he was B squared.
B squared. There might be a dash in there or something. Right, let's go through them. Luther Reigns is in the top left. We'll go left to right. Luther Reigns, Maven.
Luther Reigns.
It was Maven.
Did you say Maven?
I said Maven.
Sorry, it's because he didn't type it. He ignored you.
No. I actually
Mark Jindrak, that's who it was. I said he's wrestling in Mexico now.
And I actually said he's not. He can't be Maven. I didn't think Maven was around.
Fucking psychosis.
Orlando Jordan, Jillian, Mark Jindrak.
That was who I said was wrestling in Mexico now.
Yeah, Mark Jindrak. Nikki Psychosis.
Yeah, Psychosis. I forgot about Psychosis without the mask. And I don't know him well enough to even recognize him without the mask. I've completely forgot about the Gemini.
Gemini, yeah. Garrison Cade, Nunzio, Maria, Cherry, Hornswoggle, Vladimir Kozlov, Ted DiBiase. It was Ted DiBiase. I'd written Ted DiBiase because
how the fuck did you spell DiBiase?
Not a clue. Probably with an E. D-E.
That's a weird name.
Doug Basham looking more like Chris Candido there.
Palumbo.
That looks nothing like fucking Chuck Palumbo.
No, it does not.
There you go, Chuck Palumbo.
Look, mate, the views are going up. You're up to 8 now. The people are speaking.
The people are speaking. What? That we can't get it right?
And they are willing us to get it right.
Yeah, I know the people are great. We got 55%. The average score is 45% on that, guys. So, yeah. I think we did well, especially when you're dealing with a dyslexic host. Right, that's us done. There's 2 more to do, guys. I tell you what, if you come back next week for the whole year hangout, we'll
fuck off. Want to do it now?
We'll do. Shut up. You can come back next week. You can. You just take over the stream. You can spell them next time. I am going to call it there though, because it is 1:20 in the morning, and I have to be up for work in the morning. But a massive thank you, Dan, for joining me. You can find Dan Reed and his wonderful promotion, Pro Wrestling Eve, over on the YouTube, over on many other things. Dan, what you got going on, love?
Got wrestling.
Yeah, you got wrestling and a
I got a show on Wednesday night featuring the Eve debut of Ali Catch and JC Storm from the United States of America. Becca might not be Becca is scheduled, but Becca sadly, might not be able to be a part. She may be there, whether or not she's wrestling is another thing. But Ali Catch and JC Storm will be making their Eve debuts. The Eve Tag Team Champions, Nina Samuels and Chantel Jordan, will be in action. Alex Windsor, the 2022 Ace of Eve, will be there. Millie McKenzie literally will have just landed from Japan and be coming straight to the venue. That girl will be jet-lagged. Good luck to her opponent because, she'll be angry, jet-lagged, but possibly tired, and therefore an opportunity for them to get a victory over the number 3 ranked person in the top 15. There is so much going on. That is this Wednesday. I have literally just had several replies from talents in Japan as well. So that won't be regards to this one. That will be with regards to other shows coming up, which is the reason why you need to follow us.
They've all been writing messages to Dan saying you need to learn your ruthless aggression action figures. That sounds great, Dan. The live stream, can we follow it on YouTube on Wednesday?
We'll be streaming. I don't know if we're actually live streaming this one on Wednesday night, but it'll be up by Friday night and it'll be presented as live.
All right, rock and roll. So you don't know. Well, let us know, because if you are doing it, I'll be able to cover it on Wednesday. So do let me know. And if not, I'll see you on Wednesday night for Dynamite. As always, it's going to be so much fun. Sassy, I would bring you on, but Dan's took so much bloody time up. We'll have you on next time, darling. Thank you for having us. This was a great, fun show. Dan, thank you for joining us. Well, we've loved having you here. You guys met the show, you know that. Thank you so much, and you are welcome, Sassy. We'll just give you guys a place to hang out, talk a bit of wrestling. I had a great time. That's good to hear. Thank you all for joining us. Come back next week, said Sassy. That's great. I've been Ant. That's been Dan. His camera's frozen, and we'll see you next time. Should we do what?
My camera's stolen.
By your child.
By my daughter.
Stolen by your child. Rock and roll. Guys, we're going to have a Raven outro because it seems appropriate. See you in a bit. Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is Raven, and thanks for listening to the Give Me a Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore.